Hello everybody. Trying to make this stream starting screen as short as possible today because I'm basically just setting up on the fly. Because, you know, that's just how it goes sometimes. Come on, Kirill, how's it going? My man, Josu, yo. Let's just get set up here, right here. Let's get set up right here. Howdy. Hi, everybody. You can see I'm even just loading up the game. Back again. Into the mix. It's a good day. Overcast here in the UK, but you know, it's alright. Octeris, hey Giga, hope you're doing well. Today / this week, yes. All good. All doing well. I've got many things going on at the moment. I'm sorry to everybody who, you know, I didn't actually put anything out last week. That was kind of bad of me. I should have said that I wasn't going to be on last week, but it was a really busy time. I had like a family wedding to go to and some stuff like that going on, which is it's just been really busy. You may be able to see in the background as well. There's like a couple of boxes here and there and stuff, and I'm in the process. I may say it a few times depending on, because like I don't know how many people are actually in at the moment, but I'm in the process of like literally like moving house as well in the next couple of weeks. So life is very busy right now, and so I think it's unlikely that I'll be able to stream next week. So I really wanted to get one in today to see everybody. So you know what? It's good busy, not bad busy. Now, very importantly, before we start, I've actually got to reply. Actually, can I even get back to this page? I think I have to go through here. So what I've done is I was looking at some level 5 armors, and bizarrely, the Gen 4 I just don't think it's right in the game. I actually don't think it's right, because if you look at, let me see, I'll pull it up in game so you can see, and then maybe I'll go back to these people while we just kind of like chat and like figure stuff out. So if I look at the Gen 4 mobility, the high mobility kit version versus the assault kit version, the turning rate on this thing is -17, and on this one it's -14, and it's just weird. I don't think this is right. Surely this can't be correct. Maybe this flap causes problems. I don't know. But White Wolf, just wanted to say, really enjoyed your latest YouTube. I didn't know about the 300 milliseconds delay on my level default. Yeah, it's pretty weird. One. Apparently I trapped some of the documents in the room that my wife needed. There's honestly, there's so much paperwork and stuff going on. It's absolutely insane. Yeah, somebody oh, Totoka, thank you for the sub, man. Really appreciate it, dude. Really appreciate it. Somebody mentioned actually somewhere that said, oh, you know, why don't you do a video about hotkeys? And I thought, is that a bit boring? Like, is hotkeys a bit dull? And then I started writing down just a few ideas, and I was like, actually, there's like a ton of stuff here, and I just kind of wanted to collate everything together. But yeah, I was like looking at these armors, and I just think it's super weird, right? The change in turning speed from -17 for this one and -14 for this one. I just don't think it's right. Like, how can this be correct? So, I actually like put a bug report in, and they said, oh, send us a screenshot, which I have not done yet. Because it's actually really painful. I don't know if you guys have like ever tried getting into your account on the actual BSG website, but it's really painful, honestly. Even if you go through the actual link that you get within the launcher, you have to go to the thing, you have to click 2 sets of different you know, like captures, so you have to go through that, and then once you're through that, then you put your username and your password in, then they send you an email with a verification code in it. It's incredibly laborious, actually, to get through and actually into the account. And you have to pretty much do that every time you want to go and speak to support, because like otherwise you just get logged out all the time. There, so I mean, I won't put it on screen, but because what did they say? They said here, Can you please send a screenshot? How do you actually can you just like add a screenshot here? Oh, I think you might be able to. Because what I want to do, I just took this, took this shot for them. And then basically they said like, what I find a bit weird is that when I said to them, well, this stat is wrong, or this stat looks incorrect to me, they said, oh, can you send a screenshot showing both statistics? And I was like, surely you guys have access to these stats. I did think that. I thought, surely you guys have access to these stats, so I don't have to actually send them to you. But I guess it is what it is. Let's do this. Did that work? I can't even tell. Oh, there we go. Here you go. Submit. There we go. It's sent. Tarkov is complicated enough to control. The thinking a bit about your keybind setup is worth the time invested. I definitely think that's true. I definitely think that's true. I keep thinking about buying a 2x foot pedal set for binding quick leans to my feet. That would actually be quite cool. I remember there was like, you know, those like old games where is my inventory a mess? Oh, I managed to keep my inventory a mess right from the word go. Do you remember there was like old games like this at the arcades where like you had to press the button to crouch and you had like one of those light guns? Like we used to have those in the UK. I don't know whether they're like everywhere, but there used to be those ones that were kind of like Virtua Cop and like that kind of stuff where, as I say, you've got, you know, a plastic gun and you're like shooting at the screen, and then when you want to duck, you like press down on like a foot pedal, so you can play the game like being stood up. It kind of sounds exactly like what you want about. Yeah, exactly. A Time Crisis. Yeah, that's the one that's more famous, I think. Virtual Cop sprung to mind because I actually had a Sega Saturn back in the day, old school Sega Saturn, one of the first disc consoles. That was a good console actually, and we had Virtua Cop 2 on that. I think it was. I think so anyway. Hey JP, how's it going? The beef modes. I do love them, dude. I do love them. Hogbert, getting out the pedals for flight simming is effort enough. CBA for Tarkov. I kind of feel the same way about. I definitely feel the same way about like certain things within like VR, because I actually have like a VR headset, but I don't really use it that much because it's like a real pain to set up. This is why one of the reasons why it's going to be really nice when I'm like finally moved, because I've been in this room, like, you know, everybody's watched my stuff. I've been in this room forever. I actually have a light here that's like just out of view of the camera. I think you can put, if I tilt it up, you can probably see, which is up here. And this light is like really fancy, and I thought it was really fun and like space age at first when I got it. It came from IKEA. But when you're doing VR, I just literally punch it all the time. And so it kind of put me off. It kind of put me off doing my VR stuff, because it's like, I'm going to have to take the whole light fitting out to do it properly, because otherwise I'm going to keep punching the light fitting. And it's not only painful, but it's very noisy, and I think I'm going to break it. Oh, what happened to wires? You know what? So wires, I'm just going to keep these. So basically, I think everybody's come on for the weekend. Everybody's come on for the weekend and just like destroyed the value of wires, which is a real shame. You have the same IKEA light. See, this is the thing. Great minds think alike. The Death Star, exactly. And you can close it and open it. It like closes and opens too. It's perfect. Yeah, it's fantastic. It's fantastic. I love it. Right, we're going to keep these. I don't really keep that much in the Scap Junk Box anymore. I've started keeping propane and like another couple of things, because I didn't realise, for anybody who didn't realise, because I didn't, that there is a fuel craft. It doesn't, not fuel craft, a fuel barter. It doesn't necessarily always make sense to do this one, but it's like 2 propanes and a fuel conditioner. Sometimes you can get it cheaper than on the Jaeger one. I genuinely didn't know this craft existed until this week. I think I saw it on an Airwing Marine video. I didn't know it was there. And so if you can buy the fuel conditioners for, well, because they sell to therapists for like 30 something K, so they're always pretty much around like 38 or so. They seem a bit more expensive now, but if you can get the propanes for 50, then it ends up being cheaper than this, because I always just used to buy this one, but this is 166, so it's a bit cheaper. You loved it during the fuel crisis? Yeah, I mean, now it means that you can get fuel for like 130 rather than 160, which is like whatever. I did finally manage to do solar power, so now it's like much less of a problem. But you know, still do use some fuel. It's not an insignificant use of fuel. You found a thick case in Raid? No, you get it for one of the quests. There's a quest for it. It's one of the therapist ones. Actually, let's just sell some of this stuff too. Actually, no, because these want like contacts people actually like. So yeah, there's it's the therapist quest, and you get, it's that major milestone one that you get where you get the thick case. I don't think it's really possible to find thick cases anymore. They used to be able to, maybe in the Marked Room or something. I don't know whether it was thicks, but I might even keep these Kajuras. Because Kajura is like really, really good value. I think Kajura is amazing. Like, we were talking about this last night on the podcast, but like the AAC PC trade as an armor is like one of the best things that you can do in terms of like armor barters. But it's only at Ragman 4, which is actually kind of problematic because Ragman is now the highest trader level trader out of all of them, which is annoying. So I am not there yet either. I'm level 37. So that was just enough to get Peacekeeper to level 4. So we're there like Therapist, Prapor, Peacekeeper, and Jaeger. I think Skier is next at 38, so that's the next level. Mechanic is at 40, and then Ragman is at 42, which is now the highest one. Therapist barter for the expeditionary fuel is also relatively cheap, depending on super water. Yeah, and I guess actually, given that I can make super water here anyway, then I'm a bit less fixed to the price of that, because the filters are still fairly cheap. With the current prices on nuts and bolts, I think the Laboratory Craft in my case is better than the Nade Crate one. It probably is, because they're quite expensive, actually. They are quite expensive. I kind of just switched over to this Jaeger one, so I'm probably being a little lazy, like not looking into it correctly. But yeah, Limao 33, yo, how's it going? How's it going? I'm just trying to tidy up a little before we go. Where's my OMRG gone? There it is. People like these, not as much as some of the others, but people do like these. And maybe we just like throw these away for a little bit. Like a mistake that I've made before is just like starting out just straight up with running some stuff, and then we end up with just like a huge mess in the stash. I actually do feel very slightly out of practice because I didn't play last weekend because I was at a wedding. And yeah, for those of you guys who are just joining in now, I'm sorry that I didn't put anything out. I should have put something out, but like I was really busy. Like honestly, going away when you have a little one is really, really complicated. It's surprisingly hard actually. Like holidays are no longer holidays, and then it's like more work than you'd expect otherwise. It's pretty mental. Right, let's just get RI back in and just do some interchange scav for a minute. So hard. Yeah, JP, how's the little one getting on? You tried it? Have you tried going away? I think almost like one of the saving graces of the whole situation is that we haven't actually had to go many places. But it's one of those things. One of those things. Now that stuff's reopening up, everything's getting back to normal. So yeah, weddings are now allowed here in the UK. So we went to one, but you got so much stuff to take with you. It's absolutely mental. So we were trying to do that, corral the baby and all the equipment. So I literally just forgot to put anything up, which yeah, I am sorry about. But it's been a very busy time. It's been a very busy time. It was the same reason as to why the podcast ended up getting moved, because I got back on Sunday, but then church couldn't do Sunday, and we were like, well, if we do Monday, then basically it's Friday before we do the next one anyway. It's only a couple of days, so it actually probably makes more sense just to, pause it for 1 week. We've tried to be as consistent as possible, and I absolutely hate missing stuff. I hate missing things. Really, really hate it. So I feel really bad whenever that happens. But it was unavoidable. It was unavoidable. Good life must come first? Nah, definitely. Definitely true. Right, now. Took a weekend beach vacation, baby took up a lot of relaxation time. Yeah, it's definitely true. How long is it? 50 minutes. You know what's actually really funny is that I hate running interchange as PMC, but I actually run it as scav probably more than any other map. Now that Factory has just been removed as a scav map effectively, because like what's the point of playing on Factory? There's no loot on there. You can't kill anybody if you value your scav karma in any way, which I do because I like running scav for quick money runs. If I'm going to play a PMC run, then I'm typically in for 20 minutes or something, but scav runs, I don't mind being in for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever. I'm just running scav right now, so I'm not actually doing a quest. So we're basically just going to run through like the money run that I do. I'm not actually running stashes now, even though I probably should, given the latest update. I know that they've said, I think there was that message, I haven't like completely unpacked it yet from what people are saying on Twitter, but there was like a message Fence today saying that loot is now going to be in like different locations. So I think people are saying that potentially stashes have been buffed and that labs loot has been nerfed. I don't know really what this means. Maybe everything's like flipped upside down. I'm not sure. So we'll see. But anyway, I doubt this loot run has changed particularly. But we did finally manage to get to, like, did the solar power, got Bitcoin level 3 finally upgraded, and now it's really the hunt for the final sets of, well, not the hunt for, but the hunt for cash so that we can buy all of the final sets of things. I'm finding that people aren't really looting these, like, interchange runs now. And I don't know why, whether that's just because people have, like, got fed up. PSU. Is that worth taking? We'll take it for now. It's heavy, but we'll take it for now. Ah, relay. So look at these. These are good. I used to scav interchange a ton, but I scav customs and woods. Where do you go in customs? I tend not to scav customs really ever. Partly because there's so many exits and I find it really annoying to look them up. But with woods, I used to do it like right at the start of the white and for all of the industrial stuff. But it takes a while to get out of. Whereas I find that now, given that there's not really any problem with running scavs and trying to leave, like you hardly ever run into any resistance. I've only been killed once recently running scav runs on interchange. And I was by a PMC that was going to Emacom and they shot me from a long distance. It was just really unfortunate timing. Both of us on our way to extract, but I was really heavy, full of stuff. And he saw me from, like, he actually saw me from quite a decent distance away. I guess he was, like, extra careful about campers and so spotted me because I was coming through the main section. And I'd already, actually, this is probably the reason why. It ended up in an altercation with another scav. I don't know why they decided that it would be a good idea to shoot at me. And they sat in the corner for a long time. And then finally popped out at the end, tried to kill me, but unfortunately for them, I'd spawned with 7.62 BP in an AK, and so I killed them with that. But I didn't have a splint with me, so my leg was broken, and there wasn't really much I could do about it. So I had to just like walk down the main ramp. I couldn't go down like the edge and then fall off the side like I normally do. I was just stuck. Oh, there we go. So like these spawns, like, I'm not going to take that tape because the tape's not really worth anything. I'm just filling my slots, and then I'll switch stuff out afterwards. But yeah, it's interesting how, to be honest, I'm not going to go down there because I don't have a big enough bag. Yeah, it's just interesting how, like, most of the time, I just find that this stuff is like, it's just not really looted, especially the stuff on these tables. I don't think WD-40 is worth it because it's like, basically you want to look for like one slot stuff. Then my little brother runs scavs because he likes the game. Don't trust him for PMC now, 24mm. See, that's cool, man. That's super cool. See, that's decent, isn't it? I end up just getting rid of pretty much like all my... I get rid of all of my healing items and all of that kind of stuff. It's pretty funny. Maybe the Nipper's probably going to go because they're pretty crappy. So we'll see. Usually run through the new area. Crackhouse, Fortress, Old Gas, Water Power. Yeah, that's probably okay. U6 stash. As far as how many containers left to loot is static spawns. Yeah, do you do like stashes as well? I guess stashes are like pretty decent. Get rid of this, get rid of the Nippers because they're pretty crap. Hey Lupus, how's it going, man? What's the message I got from Fence regarding places and stuff not relevant? Do you know what that means? There's a lot of people that are speculating that it means that certain items don't spawn. So there's a lot of people, the precursor to this is that a ton of top-end streamers and you know, the expert players who play on labs and labs mains have basically said that like the labs loot has just been completely destroyed and ruined and just like isn't there anymore. I think we get rid of this PS2. I don't actually know how much they're worth. I can't remember how much PS2s are worth. Maybe it's okay because I think they're still 10k per slot, so I think they're actually all right. DVDs are a bit cheap, so we'll get rid of those. Nails actually were going for quite a bit. 17k? Oh, that's not even really worth it, is it? Well, we'll take this and we'll take this. Yeah, so I think, so basically, like, a load of labs mains were complaining about the fact that there was, like, no loot after the patch and that maybe it was a bug. And I think, actually, one of the things about this scav thing, people are basically speculating, saying that they think it is a loot redistribution and that there's loot in other places. And some people are saying that the stash have been buffed. People aren't 100% sure as of yet, but it seems to be that places where you used to go for high-value loot spawns don't seem to be good anymore, and places where... you're getting like, you know, I don't know where it's gone. Maybe it's low value stuff. I haven't seen any like change, particularly myself, but I think it's a redistribution of like the high tier loot. So maybe GPUs, but definitely things like stims and stuff in the locked rooms in labs. That's definitely different. I was worried they moved the stashes. Nah, I don't think so. I mean, I haven't checked, but I don't think so. I think it's just a redistribution of the loot pool potentially. Yeah, I'm always surprised as to how few things are looted. WD. See, the thing is, like, Zarya's actually not really worth much. But DVDs being 2 slot is not very good either, to be honest. There we go, little hose, it's okay. As a newbie, when I tried to memorize hidden caches... Oh, I tried to memorize hidden caches when I hop into the raid, but then I tried to survive by camping and playing carefully and time to get to caches that were deleted. They are sometimes, and they aren't other times. I actually need respirators. Okay, those 2 things are rubbish. Dynamic loot would be great for the game. I really hope dynamic loot is here in the future. Yeah, I think it'd be really good, honestly. Like, I was like just mulling over and brainstorming some stuff the other night on the cast with airing and stuff, and I think that, like, you can have high value areas, but it'd be quite nice if loot kind of like I don't know. I think if you change the whole system so that loot respawns and players can kind of enter into raid sort of at any, not like at any time maybe, but you'd have to think about how it would work properly. But as somebody pointed out at the time, more like a DayZ sort of like system, then I think the whole thing would potentially be, I don't know, a little better. So now we're getting into the tricky situation where I'm trying to remember exactly which things are good or not. I think capacitors... Well, Zarios are cheap. We're going to take the D fuel. The looting Mark 2 already got nerfed, hit it twice, the loot wasn't even worth it. Our pliers are rubbish. Yeah, I think that's what people are saying. So where's the loot gone? This is the question. So they're saying, you know, Fence is saying that, you know, the loot is now bad in the places where it was good. But where's it gone? Because his implication is that now it's somewhere else. But where? I don't think anyone's answered this question yet. I haven't seen this myself anyway. I haven't seen anybody answer this question. Yeah, I wish I had a slightly bigger bag. Doesn't look like anybody's looted any of this stuff. Favorite thing to scour on interchange for is dead PMC bodies. I literally just go around this route. Dates are being estimated. Current loot events, more like a series of events aimed to establish fully dynamic loot. Oh, that's interesting. That's interesting. I tend to find, though, that like 10k per slot stuff in these bags is probably worth... yeah, it typically tends to be... I think spark plugs are cheap, aren't they? I think spark plugs are cheap. It tends to be kind of worth more than like the stuff that you end up getting on scavs. Like maybe occasionally you'll find something good on a scav, but most of the time, like if there's any scav that's dead, then they're going to already be taken. Those various things are already going to be taken. Oh dear. Condensed milk. Condensed milk's pretty good. I had a friend who's like good at interchange who we'll just eat this for myself. Who showed me this bit over here. I didn't actually realise. So like as I said, I don't really play much interchange, and I had a friend show me this section up here which I'd never seen the other day, which is up this bit. Well, I always struggle to like get up here. I find, yeah, especially if I've got like a bit of things on me. I often find it easier with no bag, but. I think it's because my strength level is pretty low. It's only 3. So I have quite a low strength. Come on, let me up! Oh my goodness. Speculation is a shake-up in RNG, dynamic loot being swapped around, side jumping further away. Yeah, it's problematic. I find that the Tarkov platformer game is never kind to me. Okay, there we go. Finally. I mean, check for bigger backpacks. Oh, I see. I see. And M2 rig on customs, new guest bathroom. Is that weird? Does sound a bit weird. Let the Tarkov platforming makes me laugh. It's just so much easier when you have good strength, you know? Right. So these boxes I didn't know were here for the longest time. 1 mount. Shamar. That's actually probably worth more than the gas annie anyway. Gas annies are not that, they're not actually that good, really. Yeah, this is where I found this other dude. See, everybody's friendly. Everyone's friendly these days. Yeah, it is funny. Like with higher strength, it's just so much easier to make that kind of thing work. This is where I came last time when I was... this is pretty much the route I do almost every time. And there was a dude, like, at the far end over there crossing, and it was, like, really, really bright daylight. And I was, like, walking down this ramp, really heavy, and with a broken leg. I was not having a good time. And that was that. He saw me and killed me in 2 hits. Can't tell you how many times I've fallen off the Sniper Mountain on woods because of a bad jump. The running out of stamina in particular is brutal. That's definitely true. So, yeah, JP, do you go through, like, the center or something? Do you just go through the middle? Actually, it's probably much less of a mess in the center now. Just given that, like, Killer's not there anymore. Always. Because that used to just be, like, a ton of people. But I always found that they were always looted, you know? Like, people would have, like, a quick fight. If you get there and it's 25 minutes as a scav, like, the fight happened 15 minutes ago and all the loot's gone. Because everybody's there anyway. I guess, though, with the Scav Karma thing, like, with no one shooting each other, I guess you can just walk around uncontested. But that's the problem. It's like people... I don't know. I just... My gut feeling is that there's lots of people who are doing that kind of thing. That's my gut feeling. And so, these runs, where you're getting 10k per slot pretty much on every item... I mean, if I'd had a little bit of a bigger bag, then maybe it'd been okay, but... Sometimes they're super kitted. I'm sure it happens. I'm sure it happens. Scav runs. See, but like this is decent. This is how I'm filling my Bitcoin farm anyway. Is runs like this, because it's easy to do, and you actually get quite a lot of money. Especially like sometimes you get lucky as well and get like a green battery and stuff. It's pretty good. Do you know you could jump up behind the truck? That's the anti-exit camper. That's the exit camper like denier. No campers. I've been shot at and then jumped behind the truck, and they must have been like, where'd he go? But if you're overweight, often I can't make it up there as well. So, and now it's a disaster. So was this one mount worth it? Yes, it was. See, sometimes it's a bit of a guess. Anything over 10k I feel happy about, you know? It's a relay, bit rubbish. I actually thought the relays were more expensive than this, but apparently not. But we're also in for quick sales too. I think actually, yeah, these CPUs are now worth like very little. Which again is like something that like breaks what I am normally used to in my head, because typically speaking, back in the day, you know, they were worth a decent amount. Simply because people were using for like the graphics cards craft in the hideout and that kind of thing. But not the case now, because that graphics card thing is like, it's okay if you actually want to like make GPUs or whatever, but it doesn't make sense economically. Like with access to the fleet, it doesn't make sense, to be honest. So you'd only do that if like you were playing hardcore or something like that. These CPUs are kind of alright. I just want to like put some of these things up. Like some of them are going up, but let's see. It's a proper learn with Giga day. I'm feeling in an educational kind of mood, you know. Oh yeah, I actually said we were going to not do wires, because basically if you can't sell your wires for 10k, then I just wouldn't worry about it. They sell in the week for 10, for 9998 or something. So wires is one of the things that I craft so consistently, and that's partly because you can see on the flea how good it is, right? I'm actually just going to sell all of these straight to him just because of pure laziness. But we do have this to hand in. Right, we need one more respirator. One more. Teach me, Mr. Gigaby, I'm ready for the class. There was a phase that people were referring to me as Professor Beef. It's actually why like the title in the Discord is like it is. It was actually my sister who set up the Discord for me, because she's much better at Discord than me. Nilsson, cheers mate, how's it going? It's going wonderfully. It's going wonderfully. Having a good time. Having a good time, making the muns, you know, cracking out the scavs. Like, I've actually been doing so many scav interchange runs just because I can like fit them in around other stuff, and it's just quick to do. These green Shamars are really good because they are for that Ragman quest. So people do actually have to buy them. And so they're like 15k for one slot, which is pretty good. I think elites are still okay as well. 13. Yeah, it's not bad. Not bad, because there's some trades for elites that is alright. That's not bad at all. Defuel is pretty decent. I mean, that's sick. Look at that. Look at that, boys. We'll put it up there. We won't want to waste any. We'll put it up there and leave it there. It'll go by the time we get back. Yeah, everything's going well. Everything's going well. I'm incredibly busy, but for all the right reasons. You know, making positive steps towards just, you know, general improvements with life and all this kind of stuff. And for those of you who weren't here right at the beginning of the stream, because I know there's probably about 3 of you, You might see in the background there's a couple of boxes. It's the reason why I've been, even because I know everybody says they're busy all the time, but the reason why I've been absolutely just like crazy recently is because I'm in the process of moving. So I'm actually going to be setting up a better, I guess like what, studio, I guess you'd call it. But so that's like, you know, one step along the route to greatness. We'll see anyway. We'll see. But that should be nice. That should be nice. A slightly better room. Gonna have a better setup, better layout. Like you don't want to see what's behind the camera. It's like I've got a wall here, but then I've got like 3 screens, but it's just all rammed in the corner. It's completely mental. You're one truth, Gigabeef. Thank you, man. Where'd you get the name Gigabeef? Oh, I've had it for just forever. I've had it just for such a long time. It was basically a stupid in-joke at school. So this is like properly going back. I need to get rid of all this rubbish. You know what? Let's just try and hide some of this crap. Yeah, it was basically at school, and there was like just an in-joke. I don't know why. You know, when like certain words become kind of like a little in-joke or a little meme or something, and it was like everything was like beef this, beef that, beef whatever. He's like, Gigabeef forever? Yeah, exactly. And I was actually playing a game called Shattered Galaxy, which I don't know if anyone's ever played it. It's very niche, like Korean RTS MMO. One of the very few. And I genuinely really wish that another one of those could be created. I really do. Wonderful, wonderful game. And it had, the engine was based off the StarCraft 1 engine, so it looked like, it was super cool. It was like back in that kind of, you know, that era of this kind of thing. And yeah, there was a guy just called Gigabyte in there, and I just kind of combined the two together. And this was like a long time ago. Before that, my username used to be R108, which is a character from Time Splitters 1 on PlayStation. Because I used to play, before I put together this gaming PC, well, not this one, but my first gaming PC. Probably when I was like, God, how old would I have been? 15 maybe, or something? 16, 15, 16. Then I used to play PlayStation. I used to be a PlayStation guy. Red Faction, Time Splitters, all of that kind of stuff. Ignore me just spreading misinformation about your name. No, I have had it for a long, long time. I did like contemplate changing it a couple of times. But in the end, I just never did. And just kept it. So like, I don't know, I mean, I'm way in too deep now. Way in too deep. Right, what we're going to do today. So I actually have saved up a quest for today. We need the sorting table for this. These bags is like so annoying. Mighty, thank you for the follow, my friend. Thank you for the follow. Yeah, these bags are like so irritating. Time Splitters. Now there's a whole load of memories of time disappearing. Absolutely. Yeah, Red Faction being like one of the first ones with like destructible terrain and stuff. It was lit. Time Splitters was like super good. Right, so this was actually like a decent SVD that I made, but maybe we'll just modify this one. Let's just modify this one. So yeah, we've got Punisher Part 6 to finish. Done the dog tags, did Part 5, and now we need to do PMCs with the SVD. Because I needed last time, actually, this was 2 weeks ago, and we were completing Part 5, and then I need to find the PM pistol. So I went and found the PM pistol separately, because that's clearly one of the most uninteresting possible things that you can do on stream. Digob. Thank you for the follow, my friend. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Right, we're going to take off. We're going to take off this mount. Do we have iron sights on this thing? The question is whether I even need to have like anything other than this. Like all I've got is a bit of ergo. I'm just going to hip fire this bad boy with a laser. That's what we're going to do. Hello! Digob, hello! How are you doing? I think NASA has a nickname called Gigaram. See, that's cool. Do you think BS ammo is worth it? Not right now. It will be. I don't think it is at the moment. Enthark, 36 minutes late only. Oh, for the SVD. Now, I'm going to have to remind myself as to which one BS is, because they've changed the names of all of these. So BS is 7 and 37. No. I don't think there's any point. Isn't this is basically the same, like SMB is just as good. SMB is like really the only, there's only really 2 rounds. There's 3 rounds that you need for the SVD. The SMB if you want to like pen everybody. There is not this one. God, they keep renaming them. PS, which is 7M1. Yeah, so the old one's 7M1. So PS, SMB, and LPS are really the only ones that you want. LPS for budget, just because it's cheap, really cheap, does the job. SMB for penning literally everything. And PS if you want to be able to one-shot scavs with like level 3 and lower armor, and hatchlings if you want to one-shot people in the chest. Because you probably won't one-shot somebody who's wearing like level 4 or 5. You could, you might, but it's unlikely because of the damage mitigation on this thing. Because it only does 86, I believe. And so any damage mitigation means that you won't one-shot somebody through armor. So that's really it, and that's the reason why I tend to pick SMB, because I think it's good. What are we gonna wear? What are we gonna wear? I've got to wear something. You know what? We're gonna just wear 6B3TM. This is what I normally tend to run these days when I'm doing just like random stuff. 6B3TM is just such good value. It really is. Where are you, you bad boy? Here it is. And sometimes you can even pick them up on the flea slightly cheaper. But yeah, 50k, I think, for level 4, not bad. Like, once you get to level 17, I just run this thing non-stop. It's awesome. Much more expensive, thanks. Yeah, SMB, honestly, I think is probably the choice. I think SMB is the choice. It's really, like, it's a tough argument, because you'll never two-shot somebody with SMB, unless you get frag, but the frag chance is really low on with SMB. So it's very, very unlikely. But then with... I guess the thing is, right, it's like, you want to pet, like, do you care about killing hatchlings and people with no armor? Not really. At least I don't. And so that's really the argument for it, because it's like, well, maybe it takes you 2 hits to kill somebody who's just running a pistol, but, like, why does that matter? Because you're gonna kill them anyway. They're gonna die anyway to you. You know what I mean? Like, you should just be killing these people. And if they kill you, then I don't think the one-tapping the ammo would really have helped anyway. So I think that's the deal. Plus, it's craftable for very cheap. Wait, which SMB? I can't remember. I don't remember that one. Which one is that one? I probably don't have... Do I have it selected even? Something here. The music's got a huge outro on it, apparently. I don't remember what the craft is. It's... red powder for 80 what's this one? Is it 2? 1, 2? 2 of these, and you... Yeah, so there you go then. 1 for 80 SMB. Okay. Well, that's actually pretty good then. Because what do you say if it's 40? Like 40k, 4k, 100, 4,000, 4. So it's like 500 rather than 800. That's not bad. That's not bad. I need to get grenade kills as well, so we'll take 1. 8-hour craft time. I think that's actually the issue. Because I was talking about this... I was talking to Airwing about this yesterday. About opportunity cost in EFT. And I do think it is quite interesting, actually. Because if you're crafting that... Like, if you don't have access to the flea market, then that's kind of fair enough. I actually should take some spare rounds. Yeah, if you don't have access to the flea market, then that's fair enough. But if you do have access to the flea market, you're probably better off running crafts that are better. Because if it's like 8 hours, you can run the wires craft, the green powder craft. If you just run the wires craft like 3 times, you can buy the cables for like 15k. So it's like 30k overall. We'll just take some SMB with us. I do probably need some more mags. I got some mags down here, I'm pretty sure. Where are they? There they are. That's fine. Yeah, and so you're probably better off running those. Yeah, we'll insure this stuff because it's really cheap. Right, let's go. Yeah, so even if they took... I can't remember how long they take. I think they're an hour and a half. But even if it was 2 hours, you could run the Wirescraft like 4 times. And so 30k in, you sell them for 10 each, so you get 80k out. So you get 50k times 4, 200,000. You actually probably make more money running wires, not running the craft, and just buying the SMB off the flea. Even though you're buying the SMB for more than you would to craft it, it's not worth the time to do the craft. Do you know what I mean? Like, normally with these like opportunity cost things, you just take the situation to like the absurd extreme, and then the answer becomes obvious, right? Because if the SMB craft took like 10,000 hours, you wouldn't ever do that because it would block up your workbench forever. And so there's actually there's like an opportunity cost for the time sensitivity. But if you don't have the flea, then it kind of makes sense. Something you mentioned before, but are you doing Punisher Part 6 or another quest? Or does Punisher Part 6 need to be Shoreline? I don't know. No, I'm doing Punisher Part 6. Punisher Part 6 is literally just kill PMCs with the Savud. Kill PMCs with the SVD. That's all you have to do. That's all you have to do. You can do anything else. You can wear any other armor. You can wear any stuff you like, but you just need to use the SVD, and it can be on any map. It can be on any map. So Punisher 6 is actually kind of like easier in some ways. I think the hardest one is probably, I think it's number 4. I think number 4 is probably the hardest one. Right. Hopefully I'm not too rusty. I'll get there one day. At the moment, doing part 4. Yeah, it's part 4's the Scav Vest one, isn't it? Scav Vest and the Balaclava. Maybe we do go to office. Do we go to office? I don't know. Oh, jeez. So somebody at the end there. Part 4 is Scav Vest. Yeah, PMCs with Ratnik and Packer. I didn't find that too bad. But part 4 has to be on Shoreline, I believe. What's the best way to approach this? I always find this corridor is always slightly problematic. Ah! I tried to get super close. Oh, there were actually 2. I wonder if they're like part of the same crew. That was kind of silly. I should have just tried to kill the guy. I tried to get like really close. I thought he was going to like dodge behind, but he didn't. Hate part 3 just because 74 uses so bad. Yeah, that one is really annoying, but the thing I would remind you is that it used to be 50. It actually used to be 50. 10 Scav Woods, 12 gauge shotguns, 10 PMC Shoreline. Yeah, that's kind of annoying. I find sometimes the PMC ones, it's funny, like if you're like able to go to any map, then sometimes the PMC ones are actually easier than the Scav ones, which is bizarre, because at least you know you're going to find PMCs. Like if you go to Factory, you know that you're going to find PMCs for sure. See, these SVD, one of the problems now with the SVD, 50 gets flashbacks. Yeah, dude, they changed it like, I think it was very, very shortly after. It was very shortly after I finished it. They changed it. I was like, seriously? Maybe let's buy this one. I don't want to buy one that's like completely shagged. You know, get more kills with my sidearm than with a sniper rifle. I think that's just down to like the nature of Tarkov's like short range combat. That would be my guess anyway. Just because everything happens on such a short scale. It's like usually the way that I say things end up happening on Woods. It's like Woods tends to, for me, either to be like, you know, you're getting like shot at by people that you don't see, or you're fighting people at point blank and 2 people have got bolties. That seems to be the way, because like you just don't see people through the trees and stuff. There's lots of areas where like you can't be seen. Oh, I should have just said yes, go. This is kind of my go-to, this guy. This is sort of my go-to for doing this. Because, like, you don't really need anything other than just being, like, you know, point blank on this map. And the thing is, like, I think maybe LPS or... Because the LPS is probably fine. As is T46. Because T46 is also really cheap. So you can just, like, spam this crap. I was like top loading it with a bit of SMB just for a bit of extra spice, you know. Oops, that's not what I want. I want the big ones. Beat bars. Thank you for the follow, my friend. Thank you for the follow. Let's buy a bit more SMB. Just a bit. Douche, douche, douche. Oh, so this already got something in it. PS rounds in it. Fine. We'll just keep going back through Ragman. Yeah. See, that's the thing. It's like, is it really worth buying something better? I mean, like, my level 4 got completely ripped apart by the dude running BP in an AK. Which is, you know, that's one thing. But I'm just not sure if it's worth buying anything better. This is actually a question that I'm looking to answer in an upcoming video. Is that, like, which level 5 armor should you run? That's why I've got, like, a few random level 5s, because I've been doing some, like, deep dive investigation. So that we can figure it out. Every time I went out with sniper rifle, it was brain invisibility 50 meters. Used to be able to cheese part 3, you can only wear balaclava and still get the job done. Definitely. Yeah, they patched it out. It's gone now. Tabato, how are the raids going? Yeah, they're going alright. And we've only just really, like, got started, to be honest. Like, we were doing some, like, did, like, a scav raid before. Just properly getting started now. Doing some actual stuff. So we're doing Punisher Part 6. Trying not to spend too much money on all this stuff. Let's see, 26k, 28k. I don't think it's worth insuring it, especially not on factory. I think these parts are probably okay, because people don't really like the 6p3TM. But yeah, let my little bro do the shotgun kills on Woods the most. Super performance on an M80 with Bravo. Yeah, I just ran around with buckshot, honestly, and just like shot people at like point blank. Armor's almost a meme, everyone's rocking high tier ammo. Sort of. I get shot at with enough like normal stuff. Like getting shot at with like 7.62 BP, like wearing level 5 will help you. It definitely will. It definitely will help you. People love 7.62 BP this wipe. Gotta go, have a fair bit to run around, do today. Good luck on your raids. Father Nikita, bless this. Gigabeef TV. Thank you, JP. Thanks for stopping by. Hope the little one behaves for you, and I'll catch you later. Utilize the smoke grenade. For the army, you can run a Quran for the 4 diaries. Yeah, that was kind of coming to the conclusion that it's probably the cheapest thing that you can do. I think it is the cheapest level 5 that you can get, and you can get access to it fairly early because it's Prapor 3 rather than Ragman 3. So Prapor 3 is what, level 27, I think, or something? 27 or 8? So it is like early-ish. And if you just want a level 5, like the Quran's not very good because it has very, very low effective durability, and it's heavy, and it like slows you down by like nearly 20%. So I kind of prefer the Gazelle, but it's one of those things where because it's so cheap, like, is it worth the difference? And like if you do get the Quran back, you can repair it, and it's gonna actually go to something decent. I don't know why smoke is 2x1 will be social viable is 1x1 like frags. Also, like smoke just isn't very good in EFT. It takes ages. I think they were gonna add some more better Western smokes. Apparently the RGD actually isn't very good in real life. Apparently, I don't know. I'm just paraphrasing what I've heard elsewhere. Yeah, Gazelle's alright. Gazelle's alright. People don't like it because it's ceramic, but like as a one-use thing, like it's, you know, it's okay. It's terrible because you can't repair it, really. Whoa. God damn, there were 2. I tried to very quick peek, got hit. Did I kill, like, was that a PMC or was that a scav? No, it was just a scav. It's just a scav. It was weird, he was looking in a weird way. No way to win that fight. Yeah, I needed to push to get that first guy, and then with the second guy there, like, yeah, there's no way of winning that with them covering the door like that. MP7s. MP7 shreds level 4. And this is like kind of another reason to run level 5 armor. Like maybe even level 5 is just going to get eaten by that. Like the Karun just isn't going to work. I find when I run armor I play way too aggressive and die too much. I do so much better with no armor level 4 lower stuff. Potentially, yeah. RG is not a quick deploy smoke if your life's great for covering large areas, not filling a room. And that's the problem. The Tarkov fights are kind of like, they're kind of too quick, you know? They're kind of too fast. You don't really have like long drawn out engagements most of the time anyway. That was good durability. No way to win that fight, yeah, I don't think so. Not alone with these experiences on factory. Nah man, look, this is just the way it goes, you know. Get into the swing of it. Like I am actually quite rusty as well because I haven't played properly. I've been so busy sorting stuff out, and because I literally wasn't even home, like not this week but the week before, like Wednesday through Sunday. It's like I've actually been struggling to get the time into play as well. Partly why I really wanted to do a stream today, just to like actually get some game time in, you know? Get some game time in, guys. It's difficult otherwise. But this is why I don't run the red dot either, because you end up in those situations like most of the time. And then it's like, well, what was the point of... To be honest, I probably shouldn't even mod these for Ergo. I should probably just take them in stock. I want the laser though. And then the thing is, like, once I've got the laser, then this mount or this rail, this thing costs like 4k. So it's kind of like you may as well. And I do definitely want the 20 rounder. That's why I'm running this thing. That's the reason why I'm running like this sort of setup, because just kind of makes sense. Just kind of makes sense. Without that, it's kind of tricky. I like the laser. Lots of people don't like the laser, but I like the laser. Saturdays are hard. Yeah. Getting back into it. Getting back into it. You do just like, you're just going to die a lot on factory. Just the way of things. And then sometimes you'll just get, you know, you'll get one raid. Like this is exactly what happened when I did the, what's it called? The one with the bolties. The ones under 25 meters. That one was like basically the same experience. And so I died like 3 or 4 raids in a row, and then like kind of got into the swing of it. Yeah, so we're not gonna ensure that. We'll just ensure the rig. Go. Get the lighthouse build. Pesley did all the flashlights with a thermal. Plan doing part 6 as a sniper. Try to get Looter Born in Heaven done at the same time. I'm actually not going to bother with Shooter Born in Heaven this wipe, I don't think. I probably should, like, I'm mainly just focusing on quests for XP and ones that are just kind of like entertaining. I actually quite like running the factory quests, personally, because they're quick and the deaths, like, you always know where you got shot from. So it's kind of like a nice warm-up to doing other raids as well. So this is probably 5, 45, 55. D. Yeah. Like I was trying it a little bit to run it normally, but the problem is that you end up in fights where you can do it as a sniper for sure. And if you're trying to do Shooter Born in Heaven, then like it definitely makes sense. And again, you can run SMB and like know that you're basically going to get headshot when you do it, which is nice because you get one hit to the thorax where they won't die, which is actually kind of what you want when you're doing Shooter Born in Heaven. You don't want to kind of like one-shot people in the thorax. You want something like I did my the wipe that I got Kappa, which wasn't last wipe, it was the wipe before. I ran an M4 pretty much the whole way through it because I wanted to make sure that when I got a headshot that they died, but if I hit a body shot, then I got another chance. I'm ready for all the quests because if they lower Kappa, I might be able to get it. I also don't mind Shooter Born in Heaven. I just don't really like sniping. I've never really been a great sniper, honestly. I'm not a big sniper fan. I much prefer using ARs and just doing like ordinary stuff. Okay. I'm gonna go this way instead. Someone else going into office as well. No, 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 no. Need to heal that thorax. Ah! Okay, that was from the other direction. My goodness. My goodness. I should have just gone straight into office. I got caught from the other side. Man, it's like proper pincer. I got SMB'd against someone else doing this same quest. I used to be like you, but recently I changed map and rocking longer sniper chills a bit more. Definitely chills. I think the problem for me is that I find like I just don't have time to be like sitting around doing the sniping. I think it takes a long time, and that's kind of what I get a bit like. I feel like I'm not getting enough done. I think that's the issue. Right, any others that are okay? Maybe we just go with the cheap ones now. MDR M61 versus SVD SMB. I mean, MDR M61 is a lot better, I would say. Problem with the SVD still actually has a lot of recoil. You know, it's got a lot of recoil on it. To be honest, if I just want a laser, I can just run this ring, you know? I can just run this ring thing. I don't need the other stuff. SMB is cheaper, ergo better. Well, yeah, the MDR's ergo is like really crazy. It's super good. It's super good. I don't know why I keep doing that without just letting it assemble it for me. Let's do again. I'm like hardly getting to actually shoot at anybody. I probably need to be a little bit more careful, honestly. It's normally what it ends up coming down to. You end up kind of like pushing it too much, too fast. I think that's what ended up happening in the same way with the Bolties one for me. So I realized I was just like trying to push it too fast, you know. And then after a while, you're like, okay, let's just chill a little bit more, and not just be in a situation where like literally everybody on the map knows where you are. No dad stream today? Unfortunately not. Papa Beef, not around for the dad stream. Although that was fun as hell. We had a good time. He's a good sport. He's a very good sport. I prefer SMG, so I'm not great at it. Shooter Part 8 was a beast. I only did it because I never completed it before. Yeah, I've completed it one time. And never bothered after that. So like it was 2 wipes ago and I finished Kappa and got everything on that one. But last wipe I just didn't have enough time because the baby and stuff. So it just made like, you know, made it a bit harder. And so I kind of got to those quests and was like, well, I didn't actually finish Shooter Part 7 even. Because like it was really late wipe when I actually got around to doing the Tarkov Shooter quest line. What's that cat thing in your rig? It's the same as the hemostat, except rather than having a not hemostat, sorry, it's the same as the S-March tourniquet from Therapist, but rather than having a 5-second apply time, it only has 3. So it's only one use. So it's not as good as the hemostat because it's only one use. But yeah, it's quicker. It's quicker to apply, and you buy it from Peacekeeper. It's kind of weird. Someone else pointed this out to me actually. It wasn't me who found it myself. It was actually somebody in chat. I don't remember who it was now. It was chat that said, "Why don't you, if you're running these S marches for cost, and just for, you know, min-maxing your loadout, then why not run the cat instead?" And I was like, actually, that's a very good point. Big brain binds, bandage, and hemostat was a wicked tip. Thanks. Yeah, that came from somebody else as well on a comment. We learn many things from the YouTube comments. Like, people have some seriously good tips and stuff. Like, you know, you do see them. It's nice to be able to like aggregate that kind of stuff. Any tips for Shooter Part 8? Man, it's really rough. I would just kind of say like roam the map, rush gunshots, but just be careful and don't go to the regular spots. Is all. It's very hard. Gosh darn it. It's so hard fighting against ARs. It really is. My eye is like not in at all. What did I get killed by? BT and PS. Oh, that's bad. Ugh, ugh. Maybe we need to go somewhere else. Maybe my eye is just like not in for factory, you know. Maybe we can combine it with something else. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. This is the issue when if you like don't play for like 2 weeks and then you just try to like run factory over and over. I don't feel like I'm even getting myself into the right spots for this kind of thing. The problem is you have to be kind of aggressive for factory, which is a bit of an issue. What else? So we need respirators. Do I have to go to woods to stash the gold chains? That's a bit of again, that's a bit of a like suicide mission, that one. PMCs with nades. Scavs on interchange. I'm no good at interchange though. Like really no good. Scavs on woods. No, this is the peacekeeping mission. I normally don't bother with this one. Apparently though, this one unlocks that Osprey rig, so you can buy it from Peacekeeper, but it's really expensive. So I don't think it's really worth it. Killer, again, more interchange. Rubles, euros, killer, interchange. Scavs on woods. It really kind of wants me to go to woods. And then reserve, but you need all these really expensive keys. So tough guy for Jaeger, forgot to restart it before I hand. Oh, that's horrible. XP is good on peacekeeping? How much actually is it? Yeah, we've all done that. It sucks. Oh, 25,000. That is like, that's definitely no joke. 25k is like decent. You know, I'm kind of 136 through to level 38. Eh. I am tempted. Maybe let's do one more factory run. I don't really want to just like give up on it so soon. I feel very, 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 very rusty though. What's this got in it? T46. Finally hit level 42 the other day. It was very satisfying. Excellent. Congratulations. That is very, very good. It's very good. I'm sure like basically getting to level 4 traders on everything is now kind of the name of the game, right? That's now kind of the name of the game. Let's go with all these sites are super bad now. This one any good? Oh no, you can apply Delta Point. Maybe let's just try it. Maybe let's just try it. And try not playing it like point blank. Then it means I don't need this. Because we can apply this straight on there. Okay. Let's do it. Oh, I've run out of NC stars. Alright, that's fine. Oh no, why do I keep doing this? Why do I keep doing this? Cobra, you've been liking the RMR. I just really like the Delta Point. I just think it's super, super, super nice. I've always loved the Delta Point. What's in this? T4, more T46. Put SMB in to begin with. Tula, that. And then, yeah, I think, do I have like... I got an X400 in there. Put that underneath. Yeah, that's nice. Let's go to last white RMR's been growing on you. I always found the RMR like slightly, isn't it like slightly wider in terms of the dot? Because I find that I feel that the delta point's quite crisp. It feels quite nice to me. I'm not gonna bother wearing a helmet anymore. I was only wearing them because they were like in the inventory, in the stash. Maybe we just wear this crappy Corund. And one of these. Oh, another MP7 mag. Let's see. Because I love running around on factory with the MP7. It's probably one of my more favourite things to do. Yeah, so this cat thing, you get it from old Peacekeeper, which is kind of odd. Ah. Oh, I see. Wait, what happened? Oh, I see. Because that needs to go on there. Because I don't want it so far forwards. I want that bit further back. Whether that makes that much difference, I'm not honestly sure. It'll make a little bit of difference. But I can't be bothered to go and test it out in the hideout. It doesn't look too bad either, eh? It doesn't look too bad. Alright, let's give this one more shot. Even worth ensuring that? Yeah, probably is. Maybe. Maybe. I'm not sure. Maybe. You become a firm disciple of the Church of UMP. I'm very tempted. With the changes, I'm tempted to try it out. Especially the Vector as well, the ACP Vector, because I think that thing could really slap now. Like the 36 to 38 pen doesn't sound like a lot, but it is a lot against level 4 armor. Character looks really clean. Yeah, it's nice. It's good. Style points. Let's try this again. Let's try this again. The temptation to rush on factory is just like so overwhelming. I guess part of the problem with the SVD is it's kind of like, it's like 60 to 70k anyway, just to buy the base weapon. And it doesn't need a great deal, but I find that it's difficult because it's the SVD-S. It's actually quite hard to get decent ergonomics on the SVD, which means that you're never like snapping ADS with it. So even at kind of medium distance, I feel outclassed against ARs. So I was running it on interchange with a friend a couple of weeks ago, just to kind of try it out, and yeah, I just kept getting outshot with like AKs and that kind of thing. People spotting me on interchange because there's not as it's kind of easy to spot people on the outside. There's not that much like cover and concealment, not that much. And so people kept spotting me first, or at the same time, and then I'm like trying to raise the gun up, but the ergo's not very good. And I was even without a suppressor. So like, yeah, maybe you do need to kind of really play it a lot more as a sniper, but it's tricky because it just takes so much longer. It just takes so much longer. Last wipe I had absolutely no issues doing this quest at all like this, but that's when I was playing Factory like a lot. Which I've not been playing as much this wipe, I have to say. Can't even hit a scav. Okay, they're up in office now. I've got something fairly meaty. I think it's an MP7 or something. Go on. Got to. Okay. That's maybe more like it. Karan saves the day. Look at that. So we'll have a look at what they're running, because I'm just intrigued. I actually should be paying more attention to kind of like what people are running and sort of document that, because I think that would actually be quite interesting. Because people always say like, oh, I just keep getting killed with the best ammo, and it's just like, well, of course, because the best ammo will kill you. You know what I mean? But like all the times that you survive like this, like it never feels as bad to, to survive against somebody, obviously, because like you didn't die. So it's only natural to feel that way about this kind of thing. What's this guy running? It's not like a drum of... Not a drum of 366, is it? Can you fold the stock for more ergo? Does that make the recoil really bad? I don't think that helps with ergo either, and it just makes the recoil really terrible. Actually, is there anybody in here? This is probably a good shout. If there's actually anybody in there. Oh. Okay. My boy's thick. Okay, so it's like... .366 drum. Yeah, let's have a look. I don't care about these. Don't care about that. Take these two, get rid of the variables. Get rid of this, take this and this. Oh, I have to get rid of the current, but that's fine. And I'll take that. Whatever, we'll risk it and take the nades. We're just going to get out of here anyway. Yeah, I did, didn't I? Did catch myself a bit of one. Bit of a sweaty man. We'll leave him reset. Given I didn't bring a bag. Normally I bring like some kind of bag, but you know how it is. The time you don't bother bringing one, you end up killing somebody. 2 people. See, that's kind of the play, you know, that was much better. Like, hear people, hear where they're going, trail them, make them engage you on your terms. It's more the way Tarkov should be played. Like, trying to force it, always in my experience, trying to force it often ends up being like problematic, especially if you're running like subpar kits, you know, like if you're running like big kits, forcing people to fight you is kind of okay, because then you're much more likely to just survive, because like you take the initiative and you've got like top tier stuff, so your gear kind of like outweighs the fact that you're trying to like, you know, force something. But MBSS is my go-to bag. Get a solid amount of loot and people don't really take them. Yeah, MBSS is like, okay. I just tend to take like the Burkett, Scav backpacks, that kind of thing at the moment. I don't really run anything smaller than that anymore, except like maybe right at the beginning of the wipe. Because I used to keep all sorts of bags and that kind of thing. But I find that you end up with just like so many Burketts, Scav BPs, and the other one. I can't remember what it's called now. What's the other one? The really classic one. There's like there's the black one and there's the green one. I've probably got a stack of them in here. And then sometimes I'll take these like switchblades and trizips if I'm feeling spicy. So yeah, Burkett day pack. That's the one. The day pack. Yeah, so what's this guy running? Let's have a look. Chicks 957. Hi. How is it going, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well. We're doing some Punisher. It was going very badly until about 5 seconds ago. At which point it's actually going quite well now. All of a sudden. All of a sudden. Who knew? Who knew that your fortunes could just change like that? Did a stash clear out so many day packs of Burkutts? Always use Burkutts cheap and camoed? Yeah, that's good. So all those cab backpacks and the like, finally rake yourself for 15 to 20k. Yeah, they're not bad actually. They're not bad. So what is this guy? So this guy, oh, he got killed by me. He got killed by me. He got killed with the M4 guy. What's this M4 like? What's he running? It's interesting because he's running like a stock M4, effectively, but with like this scope. This suppressor is not that one. It is definitely expensive. 60k. You need it for certain quests as well. I'll probably just like hide that down here and just keep it somewhere. It's interesting though because he's running a very budget AR. It's like a stock M4 with the Knight's Armament and then just the Ergo thing here, and then a hollow. And that's it. So it's like 97 vert. It's that thing also doesn't do an awful lot for recoil. This suppressor. So it's like 83 vertical recoil. So it's actually not that great, which is kind of funny. It's kind of just a bit of a funny choice. I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued as to why he was running that one. And then the other dude, oh yeah, he was running the AK. Yeah, he was running that AK. It's also in his mags anyway. 55A1, 995, 855A1. It's a weird set of ammo for such a, and with the Altin too. It's a weird choice of ammo and stuff for that weapon, for having a weapon that's like so unmodded. Oh yeah, 56 is here, 55 is here. Okay, yeah, it's kind of intriguing. What level was he? Which one was he? Was he this one or this one? He was the first guy I killed, so he was this one. So he was level 42. So he could have bought anything that he liked from the traders. I think it was him anyway. Actually, I can't remember which way around it was. Anyway, he was at least level 30. At least level 30. Which is intriguing. It's intriguing. At some point, maybe I just sell all these dog tags. I was just keeping them just because I couldn't remember which ones needed to be used for quests and that kind of thing. Gold chain there. You know, gold chain. This is cool though. This is cool. This is the, for those people who don't realise or don't know, this is the Tagilla rig. It's the thorax only, but it's level 6. It's good. It's good. So it goes to 60 durability. And you see they're like 170 even broken. Hey Ace, how's it going, man? Morning. Well, morning for you. It's 320 for me. So it's 50k to repair it to like 55. Mechanics probably really expensive. This is the problem with this stuff. What material is it? Titanium. That's the reason why it's expensive. Afternoon gig. I hope the raids are going well. Sandy, Andy, welcome. Yes, they're going okay. Yeah, that is random. If he was low level, then it's just mag packed with anything he found. Yeah, it's interesting. I'm not 100% sure about that. I don't really know. It's a mystery. Anyway, we need to buy we need to buy back our meds because I threw them on the floor, so that we could take the nades. I'm not having a great deal of luck with nades at the minute, but we'll just take the one. Actually, the one thing that I should be doing, and I forgot to do this, is morphine. I always take morphine now. Yeah, the raids were going quite badly before, but now, well, we had one that was good. So the fortunes have changed. But this is the thing, like, this is always the way. It takes you a couple of raids to like get back into it. And this is what I was saying to everyone before, that I've just not had a great deal of time to play. You know, it's tricky. Actually, let's just quickly see, what would this sell to for fence? Like, I'm not going to do it, but so it's like 60k to fence. It's like, would you buy one for 60k and repair it for 100k total? Like, probably. Would you pay 180 for one that's at 52? Probably not. You can buy one that's nearly better than that already. So let's repair it with Prapor. But I mean, even at level like 49, level 6 is actually pretty decent. The only thing that's a bit scary on factory is that there's a lot of people who like Metairie Calarands, and so you can quite easily get annihilated by that kind of thing if you're not careful. Just because you just get hit in the gut, get proper gut punch. Actually, let's not buy them from Prappy. We'll save that bullet for another time. See, that's the power of SMB though. SMB rinses people. And these are just backups. These are just cheap backups. Right. Nice. Okay. Let's look how tiny it is. If hitboxes get implemented for this, then you're going to be absolutely shafted. Even if you end up like with something that's like decent, because you're just going to get shot in like, all these other places. Scav SVD, yeah, I mean they pretty much all are. It's actually hard to find ones that are like any good. You know, the Scav ones are like 60, but if you want one that's like above 90 durability, they're like 87k plus. You have to buy it from Prapor basically to not have one that's crap. But the SVD, like, we're not talking high fire rate, so I actually think it's probably worthwhile. I think it's worthwhile, like, not bothering with one that's like good, because I was looking for ones that were like decent. If it was only going to cost me a few K more to get one that was like 70 durability rather than 50, then I was going to do it. But I just don't think jams. You mark my words now. Now I'm going to get shafted. See, that's not worth it. I'm paying like as much for the armor there as I did to like repair it and stuff, and I'm not going to get that back because it's so small. So we're just gonna leave it. We're just gonna leave it. Insurance is crazy now. You like the Karun for factory? I do and I don't. Like, it's good because if you get shot, you can just leave if you have the factory key, which is nice. You tend not to hold on to them after watching one play's video on MOA. Yeah, I mean that's true, but like I'm only using this on factory. I wouldn't use this over range. I do think that the durability problem for accuracy is much bigger than people think, and it's after the very first couple of days of the wipe, I tried to use an AK-74N or M, one or the other, with BT, and the accuracy was appalling. So I kind of stopped running it for that. So I do agree with you. But on factory, it's fine. It's only a jam thing that you got to worry about. And given the slower fire rate, as I said, I don't think it's as much of a problem. So yeah, I'm just kind of focusing on like using cover more. I wasn't using cover very well in the first couple of raids. At all. I was using cover very badly. I was doing it like you would normally with an AR or like an SMG. Now you kind of get like caught into those sort of like those play styles that you're used to, and so you like engage somebody, you move out of cover, and then you like are really aggressive and you push on them, right? And you're moving to try and make it hard for yourself to get hit. But because your time to kill is going to be much lower with something like this, especially at close range, you can't just hold the button down and spray at people. You can't even spam fire the trigger really, because the recoil on the SVD is quite high. And so using cover is like actually much better. You know, pop out, fire a shot, fire a shot, fire a shot, let the recoil reset. It's almost a bit like using a shotgun. That's kind of what I made this equivalent to in my head last time, and I actually made this this comparison previously, which is a lot more like running AP20 slugs, actually, the SVD on factory. Who's listening? We know there's someone down there. I don't want to go and fight them. I want them to come to me. I also don't want to get shot in the back though. Don't hear them now. It might have walked off. I think it's more likely that they're just waiting, to be honest. Basically have a 10 round 153 with the SVD. I'm running the 20 rounders actually, just because. I love the Glorious E thing. You know, they're just the boop, boop, boop. Maybe they're gone, I don't know. I'm scared that they're like waiting for me down there. It's on metal then. Got a second. We can reload. 10 rounds of 1400, 20 rounds just over 10k. I think the extra 1000 is not worth reloading. I think so. I think so. Poor guy just trying to exfil. Yeah. Ugh, this is weird. What's he got in the mag?
Normal.
Who shot then? My public enemy number one now. I should at least take his bag. You can be killed through there though. It's only one thing to worry about. He did kill somebody as well. You're John Dillinger? Who's John Dillinger? See, somebody fired up there. Oh, public. Oh, I see. Bank robber. Got it. Anyone come up here? Oh, there's another one. Ow. Bloody hell. My God. What's up, Gigabeef TV? Love the YouTube content. First time catching a stream. Pawns are OP. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Thanks for stopping by, my friend. We're getting shot up, as you can see. But it's all good. We're saved. Maybe by the level 6 rig. Because that stuff is no joke, you know. And now I think they should add the Tommy gun. That'd be sick, wouldn't it? Nice. Looks like Timmy and Friend learned a lesson. Hurt and in the office. Players Cabs will be loving this. Yeah, I want to loot these people before I leave. And the Tommy gun, what an insult to PPSH. I mean, the PPSH is basically that, isn't it? Right. So what's this guy got? He's level 8. And he's got a Packer. I'll just throw his stuff. Like, these guys are very new. What's going on? PPSH is Tommy on meth. PPSH is funny. Definitely funny. Let's see. Tommy's a very sleepy PPSH. Ushanka? We'll take it. Whoa, 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 whoa! Who are you? Are you a PMC? Apparently. I am the walking limbs. You've never seen anything like this before. A man with no limbs clears factory. He's trying to hide amongst the scavs in that outfit. Yeah, he's got the 6B3TM rig on though, which is, you know, it's fine. Chicken nugget mode. Yeah, look at that. Look at that in the top. Look at this up here. Look at this. Super funny. Super funny. Okie dokie. Yeah, the problem is, like, when you're like this, you just don't have a lot of health. Like, it feels kind of okay, but like 187 health is really not that much. You only need to be shot like 3 times with any like sort of middling rounds. That was a nice raid. Yeah, that wasn't bad. That's 4. Daisy Meatball glitch in Tarkov. Love it. Love it. Yeah, they're all lowish levels this time. So this is probably, you know, the other raid with like 2 guys level 30 and like 42 is probably more like satisfying, I suppose, because it feels bad like shooting level 8s, but you know, for the quest. Oh, look at that damage dealt to body. 1337. Oh yeah, I was gonna like start the stream with this on before, but I forgot. Think I see the cap? I'm not sure. I don't know if I'm a cap kind of guy. I don't know really. We got leak damage though. We got leak damage. Cotamondo, thank you so much for your helpful YouTube vids. Thanks for coming and checking out the stream, man. Appreciate it. Noob stomping is a form of therapy. It definitely is, actually, in some ways. It definitely is. No, I love making YouTube stuff. I love providing value for people. I actually like teaching people. I genuinely like teaching. I think in general, it's like not even just Tarkov, but nice cap. So you're a PUBG guy, yeah. PUBG, not just any PUBG guy. PUBG Mobile. Now we just play PUBG Mobile. More of a head coat type. Yeah, this is actually from my sister. I think I've played PUBG Mobile once ever. I've only ever played it once. Sasaki, how's it going, dude? We just do PUBG Mobile now. If you hadn't seen. No, it's just so funny. Like basically, she works for a like university esports company that do promotions and all sorts of stuff. And they had like a PUBG Mobile thing going on, and then the thing ended, and they were like, "Well, you can't give out any of the stuff anymore." And so she ended up with like 25 hats. She was like, "Do you want one?" I was like, "Okay, why not? I'll show off on stream. I think it'd be funny." So what did this guy have? So this guy had BT. Yeah, see, this is good. Can I beat a free hat even for a terrible mobile game? Yeah, it's actually quite cool. It's I was quite surprised actually how neat it is. It says like PUBG Mobile on the front. Then it's got like 1 out of 100 on the side. I thought it was quite decent. Like the band has got winner winner chicken dinner written on it. And then on the inside is like the Reese tea. On the inside of the banding. I was like, that's, you know what? It's pretty neat actually. It's pretty neat. Yeah, it's like it's quite good quality. It's actually quite good quality. But I'm not really a hat wearing kind of guy. Like in the UK, people don't really wear hats like this very much. Like you have to be way cooler than me. Can you wear it backwards? I don't think this suits me. We'll put that away. No, it's neat. Yeah, what's the I forget the pen on BT I think is almost the same as SMB, right? Backwards actually worked better, like a 90s rapper. Yeah, backwards probably maybe it was better. I've never really been a cat wearing kind of guy. See, 59 pen on BT. This stuff is supposed to just like go straight through, and it actually absorbed into this. He shot me in the thorax, and it got absorbed by the killer, the Tagilla rig, which is pretty sick actually. So this is kind of how this stuff goes. This is kind of how this stuff goes. You know, you do like a couple of raids where you do nothing, and then you do okay. I feel like you could see to sixpence, to be honest. Quickly Googles it. Oh yes, I know what you mean now. I know what you mean now. By the way, yeah, this guy wasn't getting his Mosin back. I don't like people going into factory with a Mosin. I'm just opposed to it. So it's not even, there's not even any issue. It's just like, you know, it's an age-old hatred. Mosin man. Oh, all the cheap, oh no, that's PS. Where's my SMB? Where's my SMB? Yeah, can you imagine with like flat cap kind of thing? I have to buy some. Maybe we are gonna have to buy it from Prapor. Buy that stuff as well. Oh, it's gonna be gone. I was too slow. Fine, we'll just buy him out. We'll just buy him out. It's fine. It's fine. You'll get there at some point. You hate the Mosin man, even for the quest? Well, the thing is, I don't even think it's good anymore. So, kind of. It's not really his fault. I don't really blame anybody, but this thing doesn't repair that well, does it? We're getting to the dubious stages of repairability. But this is okay. Like, given it's level 6, it's probably still fine. It's actually still kind of fine. Yeah. Alright. Yeah, this car kit has seen better days. We'll just take them both. I want one nade. I think the nade at the beginning kind of like put that other dude off. So that was useful. You know, maybe I'll just start taking M67s because they're just hilarious. Because they've got such a long fuse on them, they like freak people out. Let's go. I saw as soon as that person was like in the room, I was like, huh, interesting. Because I've seen people up on that before. I'm a happy man. I was stuck on Punisher 4 last wipe. My first wipe yesterday. I completed it. 3 out of 10 on Punisher 5. Good job. Keep going. Keep pushing. It's hard, but I think, honestly, I think Punisher is just like, it's very worthwhile. It teaches people good things. 1 out of 3 hemo. I'm doing factory, MP5, PST to the head. It's not bad. It's actually not bad. That's actually fine. I was using the MP5 SD for a bit because the lower recoil, I just think it's cool. But you very vividly remember the Punisher guides? Ah, they're cool. Any reason you use the car over the Slayer? I personally feel that if you have an AFAC in your rear, in your like secure, you don't need a Slayer in your rig. I don't think I've ever run out of heals because, like, if I die, I die. That's fine. And Slayer was a lot more expensive too. Slayer was like what, like 20,000 or something versus the car which is like 7. So it makes a difference. But the car kit's got like 220 HP, which is not bad, right? So it'll half heal you. It'll half heal you completely. Half heal you completely. What does that even mean? It'll half heal you, and then you can complete it with the AFAC or whatever. Like, even IFAC if you bring it, because it's not only one slot for your thing. 15k, 17k for slow. It's like still 10k more, right? Than just buying. And often you can buy cars off the fleet for like 5 because people have to undercut therapists, otherwise no one buys them from the fleet. So often you can get them cheaper. I'm just being kind of lazy and not searching the fleet for them. But if you really, really wanted to min-max it, you could go on the fleet and look for them too. And then that's the thing. It's like I run the stuff like really cheaply for a while, and if I see the downside, then I maybe will like move up. But if I don't ever see the downside, I just never like move on to these other things. And I'm always bringing something for heavy bleeds anyway, so I don't need that use of this from the Celeber. And I just don't ever need like 400 extra health. Like normally I'm just dead. And if I've like been in a fight where I've got really hurt, it's usually against See, this is horrible. Okay. Should have brought the morphine. Should have brought the morphine. Very much see the improvement from ratting last wipe and hunting PMCs this wipe. Yeah, it's good. Miss the old days when scav shooting skills are harder than my PMC because I farm raiders mostly on my scav. Lagged a bit. 0 out of 3 human stat. Cue the Terminator theme song. Sounds like another SVDS. It does, doesn't it? Bit scary. Bit scary. Yeah, now I don't have any way of healing heavies. Yeah, this is another trick. I mean, maybe I should have added this in the video, I don't know. But basically, once the heal's gone through, you can just cancel. You can cancel the animation. So, bam, heal, click. Bam, heal. It's much faster than like letting it go all the way through. It's not really a hotkey, so I guess it didn't really fit into the video. But I might have like mentioned it just as a side note. Yeah, it's like much quicker. Can't really do it with the CMS though. Maybe right at the end once it's fixed. Let's see. Only let it go through if you heal a bleed or something. Yeah. Like, well, once the status has gone away, then you're good to go. So, because this doesn't, like, on the car, I don't think it happens till right at the end. There, you only get like the status fix until right at the end. Because I think it's like with food. If you cancel food, then it just disappears. You don't even get it. If it doesn't have like uses, if it's like herring or something. This thing's really getting quiet. So this guy shot me so many times in the arm. Oh, it's because he's got OPSKS. That's why. Put it somewhere else. Put it there. Oh, he's level 30 to be fair. We'll pick it up just in case. That X out of X will use proportion of single use, it's just gone. Yeah. Yeah, it's real rough. That sounds like scavs. You know what's really funny for me is that I just never see Tagilla. I run factory all the time. Just don't see him. I genuinely never see him. Okay. Is that office? That's the other SVD. Okay, so no one in here. He's rare spawn, I've seen him 3 times. I play factory quite a lot and just not seen him at all. Any times I've ever met him was when I died to him. So once I was actually camping and he rushed me. That's pretty funny. Kind of the issue here with like the Tagilla rig is that if I do, well, to be honest, any armor, you can just die so easily against the SVD. Especially if someone's using SMB like I am. Whoa. Oh, Jesus. I know I have a heavy. And no way to heal it. Is this guy? Oh, my laser. Kind of acting weird, a little, but maybe the laser. It's fine. I just kind of wanted to go this way without without getting killed. Freaky. You spawned right next to him as a scav. He waved, then pulled the hammer out to crush my skull. That's funny. That's kind of interesting, at least. He's using PS. That might not have one-shot me in the thorax, to be fair. Maybe not. He's acting weird. Yeah, it was a little weird, wasn't it? It's one of those ones I might review later, but... How would he have seen... Where would he have seen my laser with me facing the pillar? Reggie finally called a stream again. Welcome, dude. Thanks you could make it. Glad you could make it. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really know about that. Don't know. I'm sure there's a perfectly reasonable explanation. I'd always like to give the benefit of the doubt if possible. No, it does seem just a little weird, doesn't it? Hey, thanks for the Prime, man. For the 5 months. Appreciate you, dude. Appreciate you. Welcome back. So how good is this? 36 out of 60. It's pretty bad, right? Dude Sebas. Thank you for the follow, my friend. Welcome back to the stream where we play Factory or Raid. I tend to just like keep my Factory quests for on stream because they tend to have the most action and they're just kind of entertaining in general. We're going hemo. Although to be honest, now is probably the time that we'll more likely die. You're just moving around, your laser can be seen in lots of places, red dot speeding across the map, easy to spot, assuming it's between containers. Thing is though, like, would you be able to pinpoint like my location like that? Oh yeah, this is just this bug. This is this bug where like, I was like, huh, did I put it on the wrong bit? Where like, it shows on the wrong section. It's not on the handguard, it's actually on the main weapon. It's just a bug though. 'Tis just a bug. I was moving around a lot. I just don't know if you'd be able to see that, but I don't know. I think it's fine. Maybe. I don't know. I'm 50-50. I don't really know. Not enough to like actually report or anything, but maybe not accurately, but maybe your feet arm was visible. Yeah, like maybe the body positioning thing. That's what I was thinking. I think maybe like it actually could see me. Love your content, man. Just watching the Keybinders. Hopefully, hoping to catch you streaming. Well, fortunately, this week I am, which is good. Duke could just know factory really well too. Yeah, that's true. That's true. There wasn't really, I guess, like, he heard me running. I didn't open any doors. There wasn't anywhere else for me to go other than the pillar. I didn't go far enough to go off to the side. Fairly new to the game. Then my red dot, I thought my red dot was glitched. Turns out there was a laser on my pistol on my hip. The game is crazy detailed. Dude, it's one of the reasons why we love this game so much. It's Matt's fault. Welcome to the stream. But yeah, it's like, it's fantastic. Like, the number of times where I've actually been frightened before by, you kill somebody with a laser on and they fall dead to the ground, and then you see a laser on a wall and you're like, oh my goodness, is that his teammate? And it's actually just a laser from the guy's gun. Like, sometimes you'll just like, there's definitely clips out there if you look for them of people going like, there's a laser on a wall, but it's like completely not moving at all or anything. And then they like trace it back over, you know, 40 meters or something, and there's a body in a bush, and there's a guy who's like died, or someone who's like dumped their loot in there, that kind of thing. It's hilarious. I just scavenged the factory and found Tagilla. Me and him extract camp for a minute before I got bored. Was he in gate 3 or something? I think you should put AFAC in the Gamma instead of Mule. Maybe I didn't. There should be one in there. There should be an AFAC in there. If there isn't, then that's because I messed around with it and then just like haven't really looked at it particularly. So why didn't you heal your heavy bleed if you had the AFAC? I didn't want to spend the time doing it. And by the time that I'd remembered, so I healed my thorax health because I didn't want to die to a thorax shot. I healed my head because I just pressed the button and I didn't target it. And then by the time that I'd remembered, I was kind of like stuck. Oh, we're in this one. That was a bit far, wasn't it? Right. At that spawn, there's normally PMC that spawns outside of medical. Found out that while doing the flashbang. Yeah, I think that's like some of the brand new spawns. I don't know like super well yet. Yeah, do I have an AFAC in here? I actually don't. I've taken it out. It's because I've got this stupid Aquamari. Why do I even have that with me? It's because I was doing something else. I've just forgotten to like change this over. This is like not an optimal Gamma. Right. Yeah, fighting out there is annoying. Ah! Crap. I'm gonna die here. Yeah. There's no way I could get out. And that's when you need the morphine. That's when you need the morphine. I kept forgetting to bring the morphine. Right, let's think about the kit properly. Okay, so we killed the two dudes. First guy, and then Alton Man. That was nearly good though. That was nearly good. That dude was pushing hard. Yeah, I thought he'd come that way around, to be honest. Really good panic aim. I was trying to shoot him through the thing, but it's like super hard. That's where like full auto is like way better there. But I was like, let's just move to the side. He's run out of ammo, and then we'll just like try and pop him in the head. I think did I kill him with a headshot? Actually, I don't think you can tell, can you? And then this guy killed me with look at all that. Collaterals, collateral. There is something to be said for the thorax armor. It is pretty good. Osprey just came from YouTube. New vid is great. The heliotrip super neat. I'll definitely be using that. Yeah, I'm using it now. I've like known about it for a while, and I only tried it out fairly recently, kind of for the video too. I was like, let's just make sure this does actually function. But yeah, no, it's good. Excellent. Thank you for watching the video, and thanks for coming and checking out the stream afterwards, man. I appreciate it. I do appreciate it greatly. So I don't think we've even spent that much money so far. These quests just tend to cost money, because like you're not really looting, and you're looting other people's gear. And like, yeah, maybe you get to sell an alt into Ragman for 125k or something, but it just doesn't really work out most of the time. You know, if I try to sell, what's a mechanic? There was that other gun that we had. Just get rid of this gun. Maybe I'll keep that for the time being. Definitely can just sell that. And the Mason. I'm not going to run that myself. But this M4, yeah, it's like 56k. I'll probably use the scope myself, and the rest of it can probably just go. Maybe I'll use it to mod. I don't know. I might use it to mod. Right, let's get another SVD. How far through are we actually? Because we did a decent number there across the ones where we didn't end up dying. Got like 9. Okay, so we only need another 6. Maybe we spent the entire stream doing this, but I don't know. We'll see. See, look, that's okay. Maybe that one would have been better. I'm not sure. Hopefully we only need one more. I think it's unlikely, but we shall see. Only time will tell. So maybe it is worth upgrading it slightly so that we do have a red dot. Tactica Tula. Use that so that it's slightly further back, the optic. I think the optic close to the face is better. I don't like how much it sways when it's on the actual handguard. Is it Punisher Part 6 time? Yes, it absolutely is. We're 9 kills through 15. So we're definitely getting there. We had one which was 4 kills in one raid, which was pretty nice. But the first 3 raids were a complete dead loss and got 0 kills at all. So it's really just, you know, it's just swings and roundabouts. Actually, I will add this from that other gun that I got. So let's just assemble this for the time being. Actually, I do need another mag as well. Let's get another 20 rounder. I end up spraying quite a bit, so the 20 rounders I think are probably worthwhile. This time I am going to press assemble. Okay, so that looks better. Right, SMB. Are we quick enough? Yes, we are. So if we do, let's do. Oh yeah, that's the classic bug, isn't it? So if we do 10 in there, that's our SVD set. That's our SVD set. Then I was going to use this Klesh on here. Cool. Why not PS for the one-shot chance? Because, so we had a chat about this before. Devs say daily quests are coming in the next few patches. Sound really fun? Yeah, that does sound fun. I think it'd be a nice addition. Yeah, why does PS not want for the one-shot chance on the chest? So the issue is that if you're going up against somebody with really good armor, like if you're going up against somebody with like an Altin or something, then you're kind of just like leaving your pen chance to chance, and the one-shot chance on the chest really doesn't happen very often. I do actually want to have a look at what that chance is at some point. It's something that I would like to put in a video, to be honest, but I just haven't got around to doing it yet. I will do it eventually, because it's one of the biggest kind of like, people don't know, and I still am not sure, because it's like, things keep changing, it's tricky. But anyway, SMB guarantees pen through really anything, and it's the people who are geared that I really care about. Somebody who is not geared at all, I'm much less worried about having to shoot them twice. You know, it's like that guy with the pistol. If they're not wearing any armor, they probably aren't using a good gun, and so the dude's got like a pistol and he's in the corridor. I just shoot him twice with PS. What's the pen of PS? I actually have it here. It is 8. Where is it? I hate the new wiki layout, it sucks. Penetration of PS is 45. So it's good, but it's like M995. Sorry, M855A1. It is lower. If I'm reading this correctly, where is it? Yeah, so 45. Yeah, it's lower than 762 BP. 762 BP is 45. It's 47. So one taps class 4 armor potentially, but the problem is that class 4 armor also has armor mitigate or damage mitigation, even if the round pens. And so most of the time, it won't really work. It's tricky. It's a tricky one. But this is why I want to test it. I want to test, like, how often will it actually kill somebody with level 4? Because the answer in the community, if you ask that question, is it won't. Without a frag. Without a fragment. Let's point that out. Because if it fragments, then yeah, it will kill you. Sure. Because it does 86 damage, the fragment chance is 8%. So 8%, like 1 in 12 times, you will kill them with a one-shot. Because of the fragmentation. But I think most of the time, because of the mitigation, which No Food After Midnight lists as about 20%, it means that you won't one-shot and you'll do like 70 damage instead. Something like that. Back, kill 2 people. MP5 and PST is viable. It is if you hit headshots. It's because it's like the fire rate. Well, I like it with the MP5 SD because the recoil is even lower. And then you can just hit headshots all day long and it's much better. So SMB is more reliable? Yeah, for sure. Have you figured out what the pen values of the golden thresholds for the higher tier armors? Basically, yes. I kind of do a video on it. I've got a video on it, but if I just have a look at the charts that I've got. So basically against level 5, well, so against level 4, if you want to have a greater than 50% chance to pen, you need 37 pen or above. So that's basically BT and above. Against level 5, to have a 50% greater chance to pen or above, you need 47 pen or above, which is 762 BP or above. And then if you want to have a greater than 50% chance to pen against level 6, I actually have that somewhere else, which is here. Because there's a bit of a gap in pen there, you have to have above 58 pen, which is really a lot. It's really quite a lot. So what's got 58 pen or more? You're basically looking at MIA AP for 762, that new one, which is not really worth running. BT and SMB, because SMB is 62 pen. Golnik, which is also 62. M61 at 64 pen. BS out of 762 54R. And M9N3. So it's basically like... It's like SMB, really. SMB and above. Anything that's like SMB grade. Frag chance is like a crit chance in MMO. Yes. Yes, it is. Could someone explain the fragmentation in this fragmentation mechanic in this game? Yeah, and it's 50%. It's like a 50% crit. And that's one of the things that actually makes 5.56 ammo really good. Because if you look on the wiki, 5.56 ammo actually has like 33% frag chance. So it's actually really high. Is it all being 100 plus hours into this game and still not being able to win fights? Yes. Definitely. I just completed my 1000th PMC raid this wipe and I still lose 50% of fights. 100 hours is nothing. The Sweat Lords have thousands of hours. That's definitely true. That's definitely true. I really wouldn't worry about that. Like, 100 hours and not being able to kill other PMCs is completely understandable. It totally makes sense. That's like, I think you need a couple of 100 hours before you're like consistently killing people. I mean, even then, right? Everybody logged into the beginning of this raid. I've got like a lot of hours in EFT. I mean, my overall hours up here is like 3,700. And admittedly, a lot of that is spent like messing around in the stash and stuff and making videos and things like that. So it's not all just like in raid. But I came in and died like 3 raids literally in back to back when I started the stream. And you go in like you watch anybody's stream and they just die constantly. It always just feels much worse when you die. Like if you're in like this is something that I realized about my own streaming, is that like being in my own like stream doing my thing, like and I die, it feels really bad. But if you're like watching someone else's stream and you watch them die, you're just like, oh, whatever. It like doesn't really matter because you're like, you're not like as invested in their kit and stuff, and Secondly, you're, you know, unless they're having like a huge raid or whatever, you're just like, oh, that's just Tarkov. But when it's like, when it happens to you, you're like, oh man, it sucks. Like, it feels so bad. So that's the thing. Like, you just have to remember all the times you've seen all these streamers die. Like, people die so often. I mean, I think I have an okay survival rate. Mine's like 58%. So that's like, you know, you go into 10 raids and 4 times you die and 6 you don't. So it's, you know, it's a significant number. And you may have won 1, 2 fights asking at 100. But I suck. Everybody sucks at the start. Even Shroud died as time when he first started. Yeah, I mean, it's because like there's so much map knowledge and stuff that's required in this game. A lot of it's just like knowing like where people might be. It's like that fight before with that guy, and he was like, "Oh, well, you're probably going to be behind this thing." And it's like, you know, when you go into office, it's like a guy could be up here, a guy could be down there. That's kind of one reason why I quite like Factory, because it's quite like formulaic in that sense. What are we going to run? What armor are we going to run? What armor are we going to run? How much are these Redoutes? Man, they are so cheap. 100k for a Redoute is absolutely ridiculous. That is ridiculous value, in my opinion. I think that is ridiculous value. The move speed, turn speed thing is a bit annoying, but I think that's really good value. Punisher 5 halfway done. Excellent, dude. Don't stress too much about it. Do try to learn from engagements what you could have done better. That's the thing. It's just like continuous improvement. Trying to make sure that you're improving yourself. You're trying to make better decisions next time. That's really all it's about. As long as you're improving and you're not getting too salty about stuff, that's really the trick. Just not get too annoyed and just, you know, keep going. Keep going. Okay, I'm getting there. Strange, my murder price has increased drastically. I've started running SMGs again. Full auto meta is awesome, and headshots are fairly easy to hit in this game, and it's hard to protect your face. You know, people aren't wearing face shields routinely yet because you need Peacekeeper level 4 to run like proper face shields on like the typical one. Because most people run like the multi-hit ballistics face shields. That's the one that people usually run. It fits on most of the like good helmets. Is he doing Punisher 6 without SVD? Damn right I am. Of course. What's wrong with it? What's wrong with my SVD? I'm at 61%, which I'm proud of. Yeah, dude, that's good. It's a good survival rate. Tarkov punishes those that cannot look within. Very profound, but I agree with you. I wish the game didn't put me against queued up teams. The amount of times I learn my mistakes out playing opponents get clapped by a teammate in those position. Yeah, and it's tough when you're playing solo. It is tough. You have to... It's one of the big problems is that, like, you just... Sometimes as a solo player, you just have to accept that you're not going to be able to loot. I think this is part of the issue with playing solo. It's like, when you die, everything gets stripped off you. Insurance is way less likely when you're playing it on your own. And sometimes you just can't... You cannot loot. Like there's in the last video that I did, not this one, but the one before, there's like a factory clip where I kill like 4 dudes, and I cannot go and loot them because I'm going to die because they've got nobody covering my back. There's no way, and there's like too many scavs and stuff. It's just crazy. Getting into the right mindset is important. Yeah, definitely. Any reason you're not wearing a helmet? Just curious. I mean, basically you get shot like head eyes, head jaws. You're going to die anyway with a helmet on. It's just quite unlikely when you're facing somebody that they're going to hit the hitbox that the helmet actually sits on. Sometimes I run the cheap one, but that's the reason. Okay, well I know where he is. Ah, he's behind me. Oh, how'd he kill me there? He was going for a run. God damn it. I really thought I would kill him there. Oh, it's because he just headshot me with one shot. Never mind. I think he had an SVD too. Yeah, LPS. So he's doing the same quest as me. He just got a lucky headshot there as he like came sprinting around the corner. How many kills left? I think 5. It's just how the game is. Always expect another person. Yeah, and that makes it so hard to loot. Like, psychologically, it makes it so hard to loot when you're solo, because you're like, there might well be another guy here, and it's so impossible to find them some of the time. If they're like in a bush or whatever, like you just cannot, there's no way that you can see them. So you just have to like try and go around, like move into them, try to force a fight or something, and then if they're really not there, then you can go and try and loot, and then you get shot in the head from the place you didn't check. Survivor rate's 30%. I looked at it the first time I looked at it this way. It doesn't really matter, you know? It really depends on how you play too. Also, a helmet wouldn't have helped there either. Just that's the one, and again, another reason why I don't bother, because for this one I just don't think it's worth it. Fall into trap of sitting on your dragon horn, get depressed every time you die and start avoiding fights. You get into that negative feedback. Yeah, and with you end up kind of like hoarding stuff and getting like gear fear, and it's even not just like gear fear, it's just like reluctance to take in good things. I'm definitely that kind of player, so I have to like actively fight against that myself to try and like stop myself from just hoarding stuff. I definitely have that tendency. You know what? I can actually upgrade this this grip. I completely forgot about this. I can get a bit more ergo. Still can't buy my tactical blue though. What should we get instead? X400. Talk very much a squad game. It's possible to play solo. It's intended to play with a squad. It is actually intended to play with the squad. RPG first and shoot second. Got my Epsilon container a few days ago. Went for long range kills. Pretty fun. Yeah, it's like it's good. I think the issue for me is that my playtime is really limited at the moment. So I'm trying to do basically everything in the most efficient way possible, and efficient in terms of time, not necessarily efficient in terms of money. Has this already got a thing? No, it doesn't. And that's really like where I'm at the moment. We're gonna run now. That's a tough loss. Factory fight's always a high octane. Yeah. Great to get my Epsilon. What are you doing after this quest? I don't know. Thing is, I'm not sure if I'm going to finish it in time, because I'm on for 3 hours, and then like I started 2 hours and a bit ago, so I'm going to be on for like another 45 minutes. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do after this. I mean, I might not finish it by then. Coming from DayZ, the looting aspects felt so different. Have to force yourself sometimes, push the loot out. Yeah, it's true. It's true. How do you make money if you're so broke you can't buy beds? Scavruns teaching them up. Yeah, Scavruns is like a really easy way to make the money. Yeah, my karma's not actually that high. My karma is 91, like 0.91, which is not amazing. It's definitely not amazing. Right, we're gonna run this time. So the thing is, like, you get headshot so much that it's like, because it's tempting to buy like a slick or something, or the one that we were looking at a minute ago, the Tagilla rig. What's it actually called? Tagilla edition. It's the Cry Precision. It's like this thing is decent, you know. This thing is actually really decent because it's level 6. You know, so this probably costs like maybe just use that. It served me really well in those other raids. It costs about 200k all in to repair it with Prapor. Slap that thing on. It's really not a bad piece of armor, honestly. And like, I kind of don't want to protect the stomach on this. I'm like willing to give myself up as a bit of a bullet sponge right now, and I don't need a ton of space either. So it's fine. It's actually fine. Heads up, fence message, hidden stashes are nerfed, loose loot has been increased, and new loot spawns are appearing. Yeah, I don't know where the new loot spawns actually are yet. This is the thing, we're kind of in like, you know, let's see mode. I keep like, I'm trying to bring these like M67s just to see, because it kind of like screws up people, I think, because you're not necessarily expecting like the 5-second fuse. they're not as good though for actually killing people, but they're good for making people move, because they're like, wait, has it not gone off yet? And then it goes off. Like, you just want to put like, putting confusion in people's minds is like actually quite underrated, I think. We'll go with the bear cab. Let's go imposter. Go as an imposter. Right, and then we're gonna buy morphine. It's absolutely invaluable. I should have used it at the beginning of every raid. The raids that I haven't are basically making a mistake. Because morphine's got like a huge... Because I don't really care about energy if I'm playing factory. It's cheaper than Propatal. Propatal just gives you that tick up of damage, but like the fights in factory are so like crazy. You either die or you survive, and then you can just like generally you can heal up. And even in the other fight, I don't think Propatal would have helped because I was so messed up. It's only like 1 tick, and it gives you like 6 minutes, which is actually a lot. So on that note, let's go back. So what do we got? Yeah, oh no, we've got 6 left. We've got 6. We've got 6 more. I thought we killed 1 in the other raid, but apparently not. It's basically not really worth insuring most things on factory anymore. Money's not an issue in Tarkov once you learn to scav. Yeah, I just scav interchange, to be honest. I actually need to find wallets to hold the cash I have in stash. $40k to make room. My mistake thinking custom was a good beginner map. I think a much better map to start with would have been Reserve. Potentially, Reserve is also quite hard, but yeah, Customs is, yeah, not necessarily a beginner map, because the map's actually quite good, and which means people like playing it, and you end up with a lot of like high-geared people playing it. Already sitting at $30k, so I couldn't justify it. Join the Church of the Ump, always room to spend USD. Yeah, I agree. You've recruited me to the Church of the RFB. The RFB is decent. If you want to run something DMR-like, RFB with M80 is good, because the thing is, most people are still wearing level 4. Very few people are wearing level 5 at the moment. And M80 is like a 90% pen on level 4. So if you're playing like DMR playstyle, I wouldn't recommend it for like factory and like close range maps, because the RFB, it does have okay ergo because of the bullpup config, but it's got the similar problem that the SVD does in that it has quite a lot of recoil between. It's the same with the Hunter. It's like got a lot of recoil between shots. And yes, you can buy 20 round mags, but it still means you can't really spam it. It's quite difficult. But the two guns, like I'm actually kind of in like Bullpup City right now. It's like the mid game for me is like Bullpup City, because you don't really need, like, they have good recoil for their class by default, but you can't make them meta because of the way that they don't have a stock on. But that means that they sit in that mid tier perfectly. So like for me, the mid tier has basically been like RFB, MDR, P90. That's kind of like the holy trinity of like bullpup configs. Who would have thought the British like bullpups? Nikita put the SA80 in the game. Then everyone can laugh at it. It can start off with 50% durability even when it's new. But Shoreline is probably easiest to learn from as long as you don't go to Resort. Probably. I like the outside of Shoreline. The .45 AP ammo is more or less the same as M80, but lower velocity and more controllable. I disagree, because .45 AP ammo is now more like BT, I think. M80 has a lot of pen, and you'd be surprised. I think .45 AP is like 50-50 against level 4, I think. Whereas M80 is like 90% pen. If it's a HK version, it will work most of the time. That's true. M80 is very underrated. M80 is, yeah. Ah! I thought he was friendly for a minute. I thought he was friendly because the way he was running at me, he was just trying to get in really close. That's super funny. No kills, he got killed by the other guy. Okay, that was a fail. That was a proper fail. I got BP'd by the other guy. I thought he was running in to try and like do his like quest with the fix the thing or something, and I was like, oh, maybe there's room for some shenanigans or something. Okay, I got completely bamboozled there. When he like opened up with like, I'm not sure what that was. I think it was I don't think it was the G18C. I think it was the other one, the one you get from Prapo. I can't remember what it's called, the full auto one, the Stechkin or something. That's funny. That's funny. APS, yeah, I think it might have been the APS. That's the one I was thinking of. 45 HP did get buffed recently, a bit more worth running. Yeah, why did Nikita say no about the ump? Why not be able to mod the ump? I don't see any reason. I tried to watch the stream and Twitch said, sorry unless you got a time machine. That is impossible. That is weird. How strange. Maybe it went to the wrong link or something. Is that, do I have like an incorrect link floating around somewhere to the old one? Like my old Twitch link or something? We do accept the L85A1. That was just embarrassing. Yeah, exactly. I thought he was a hatchling. Yeah, me too. I did too. I didn't realize he had some like auto pistol. Got completely bamboozled by him and then shot by the other guy. Oh, that was funny. That was funny. I'm not even mad. That's hilarious. I don't even mind dying though. That's super funny. I actually like didn't shoot. The problem is like if somebody's sprinting around like that, it's actually quite hard to hit them with the SVD. Honestly, like it's actually not that easy to hit them. The dude's just like Sonic running around like crazy. Okay, so let's go for another 400. No, maybe we won't even complete this quest before the end of today. I don't even know. I don't even know if we're gonna do it. Oh man. Oh, Delta points are actually starting to run out. That could be a problem. I don't want to run out of Delta points. Oh, what's this guy near? More T46, okay. Alright. Alright. Maybe we do run Karund. Like, Karund's at least, like, decent. And the beauty on Factory of running the Karund is that you can just get out straight away if you get really hurt. So there is always the option just to leave. Which is actually pretty good. It's actually pretty good. You don't get that option on a lot of maps. Which is, again, the reason why it's pretty neat to be able to run some of these different kits. Because, like, if you're trying to, like, be in there for the long haul, you kind of need something with a bit more sustain on it, you know? That was the worst spawn on Factory. Thankfully, it expanded to distributes players a bit better. Yeah, I think, like, that was, like, one of the old style spawns. There's a guy on the left, a guy down the corridor. Probably one of the worst ones that you could get. Well, somebody got a nice Tagilla egg out of it. The reason why you just don't insure those things, because it is literally pointless. You're never going to get that stuff back. You're never getting that stuff back. It's like, well, it's very, very unlikely. Will we get the Karund back? For 20k? I don't know, like a brand new Karund for 20k. Is it worth, like... We're going to try it. That's a 1 in 5. That's, like, alright. I'm trying to run the probabilities in my head every time when we're doing this kind of thing. But I didn't explicitly say no to the... No, the gun just needs some love. He also dodged the question when Clean asked him about it on stream. I mean, people just want the suppressor, don't they? Might as well give them a plastic fork. Still need to hit level 20 so I can build my IRL Mosin. And 590A1, that's cool. A lot of people don't try to fit the Karund in a bag. Yeah, Factory is probably still the worst place for it, but... Because, again, the exits are so big and close. Sorry, not big. The exits are so close. I was still thinking about the Karund. The exits are so close that, you know, it's like easy for somebody to just take it and leave. And they can just take your whole kit too. That's one of the reasons why I'm not bringing a bag. Because some people don't bring a bag. I'm not really that interested in looting, but I'd probably like to get some of this stuff back if possible. It'll be interesting, actually, to see how much stuff I do get back. Again, it's another thing that should probably be tabulated or whatever. I guess I could go through and look and see what I get back after this. I wonder if they would ever add a mode where you scav in as one of Prepple's mates, have to go grab insured items. I really wish that they would add something like that, because that would kind of close the circle in some ways. It would give people something to do as scav as well. You know, maybe you could get scav karma for the amount of insured items that you managed to go and bring. I don't know how you'd like then engineer the situation. I think you'd have to... I guess the way that you would do it is you would put the stuff in there as like a quest item that only you could see, and you'd have to then be in a different raid, obviously, with other people, because otherwise it would be like, you know, just an offline kind of raid with whoever. like AIs. So it would have to be like another raid with PMCs. You join at some point. You have to go and get it, or maybe it's like on a player. I don't know. Like it's tricky. Gonna pause the stream and attempt factory myself. No stream sniping. There's like quite a few things that would be quite cool. I would like some, and this isn't a fleshed out idea in any sense. I'd like some way of like tracking people of some kind. You know, like bad scavs or whatever. There's like maybe you get given a hint when you load in. There's like some kind of mission brief or whatever. But the thing is, like, you're not supposed to be connected to command or anything. Maybe it's through the intelligence center. I don't know. You can like pay for like a tip or something, and you get told the person with the worst scav karma, like broadly what or like maybe which place they came in at. I don't know. Did I not bring any spare mags? Oh, I'm stupid, aren't I? They're planning to make raids more continuous, which will be cool. Yeah, I think that would be good. I do think that would be good. In-game radio message. One of my boys was in the customs office. Shall I bother trying to kill this dude? I don't even know if it's worth trying to kill him with one mag. And he has a shotty. I really wish I'd brought more than just one mag. Maybe I reset this, because it's very fast to get in and out of factory. It seems kind of pointless to run around with no magazines. That was very, very silly. I thought we might have a chance of killing that guy. Just an idea of how they would implement tagged and cursed. Yes, that'd be kind of cool, and then that would like feed into like PMC karma and stuff like that. Because then, you know, if you were like a very naughty person, then I don't think it should necessarily affect you too badly. But people could then like hunt you, which would be kind of neat. I wish there was more of like a hunting kind of mechanic. Yeah, a radio message would be neat. That'd be sick, I think. The temptation to run around with like one mag is like so overwhelming. When I pressed R and nothing happened, I was like, uh-oh. I've done a bad thing. I just got clapped by an evil scav. Naughty scav, bad scav. But yeah, right now, like, other than the sort of scavvy type mechanics, there's not really any downside, you know? Especially not in PMC land. It would be quite nice if there was some sort of hunting mechanic for PMCs, I think. I'd quite like that. Wait, did I just pick? No, I did pick factory. Good. Right. There's a tease with the potential new scav boss who hunts PMCs. Yeah, exactly. I have no idea what that's going to be about. I'm convinced evil scavs all look like the fat gamer dude from South Park. I'm pretty sure, like, because they've changed so much of the shooting through terrain and all that kind of stuff. I'm pretty sure you can fire through that mesh now, through the floors. I probably just missed, to be honest. But I was hoping that I would kill that guy, because he really did not know where I was at all. He really had no idea. It was kind of a weird angle to be trying to aim at, actually. Like, up and to the left, just like, trying to shoot somebody. I guess you're probably also more likely to hit, like, legs and stomach from that angle, too. Maybe makes it harder to actually get the clean kill. You know? He didn't hit me at all, either. So maybe there is more deviation or something than I thought. Hey, Easy, how's it going? Trying to do some more. We're trying to finish off Punisher Part 6. I don't actually know if we're going to finish it in the next 25 minutes. Probably got only two. Only got two, like, probably more raids in me, I would say. Going for the SVD kills, yeah, exactly. We've got 9 so far. So we need, like, 2 really good raids. So I think it's unlikely, but, well, you know, we'll see. We'll do the best we can. do the best we can. I'm trying to play a little bit more tactically. At the beginning, I just was running in and kind of playing like normal and just getting belted. So I don't think it works. I've tried a lot of times. Might not be using high enough pen. Because this ammo is like super high pen, right? I was shooting SMB through there. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure. But I know that a lot of the materials changed this patch. You know, things that wouldn't before have saved you. Or so that did before save you, now don't. I got 2 headshots with a broken arm, yet the task didn't finish. Oh. Did you actually have pain or something? I think pain comes... I don't know if it comes instantly. Oh dear, this spawn. I'm not a massive fan of that spawn. Ow! Oh, I'm healing the bleed. Oh no, I'm not. Healing both. Good. Mosin, man. Yeah. And he slammed my Karund. He gave my Karund a proper slap. Basically means I may as well not wear it. You need a tremor. If you kill someone straight away in raid, you have a tremor. Yeah, you kind of need it before. You can go into raid with it, and that will definitely work. Killed so many people with SVDs in factory already. Yeah, there's a lot of people doing this. Oh, am I still not healed up on my thorax? Oh, there we go. I'm getting some like hands glitches, I think. There was definitely someone there before. Maybe we go this way. Should have used the morphine before. Thankfully we didn't need it. I think there's somebody in bathroom. Maybe they're just outside. Or maybe there's a scav on the left actually, might not be at all. I'm not sure, they might be out here, I don't know. There's definitely somebody else. Meanwhile, I'm trying to help my Timmy friends factory, put them nice reserves SVDS. Delta 6 with the Mosin. Well, we'll go back up to office. Loot the stuff. I don't think anyone's been in except for me. I don't have a bag though, so hopefully you don't get like a vase or something. I'll just stick it in here. Horse. Okay. Diary. Euros. PS rounds. I'll take the euros. Probably worth more. The land bridges on ROF side are usually double. Big red side, not being able to cross. Like, normally I just cross on the junk bridge bit. I always cross on the junk bridge. Oh, that's intriguing, isn't it? Well, get rid of the bandage, take those. Get rid of the euros, take the factory. This one. Probably. Anything else lower value? Oh, hemo probably. Just get rid of the hemo, it's fine. Take this. I guess it could be. Maybe whoever was heard is leads to current. Maybe they'll think I'm going to extract. GB feeling a little bit ratny. How I'm doing good, dude. I'm doing good. How are you doing? There we go. Came back from vacation having a rough time in Tarkov. Dude, Tarkov is hard sometimes. Is this greedy? Answer? Yes. Ooh. Some weird glitched shooting going on. It's very odd. Yeah, Tarkov's kind of rough. What level are you? What level are you now? How come you ended up with such low money? Is anyone not having a rough time in Tarkov? Yeah, it is rough, right? I started 8k a week ago, currently back to 5.5 million. Yeah, I mean, the ups and downs, it's insane, yeah? Okay, so there's two. There's two. Have a good stream. Anyway, going to be busy for the week, just coming to say hi. Thank you very much for coming by. It means a lot, man. Have a good week. Hope everything goes well. Hope you had a lovely vacation. Thanks for checking in. With the current event, times will be roughly... Everyone though, depending on how it works out exactly. Whiskey Double. Hey man, I enjoyed your latest video on hotkeys. The bleed tip is awesome. It's really good, isn't it? It is good. And I can say that because I got it from somebody else. It wasn't my own invention, you know. He must have killed this guy then. BP. PS. PS. Okay, so you know, this is like... It's okay, kit. For the time being, I'm just going to hide this stuff. We'll think about it later. Mark 47. Not actually run one of these. I think it got nerfed, and so now it's like much less appealing than it was. I'll fix this later. But that was, you know, that was okay. And we got another Corund. This Corund is pretty busted, to be honest with you. But actually, you know, it's okay. It's because it's only 45 starting, so maybe it's not as bad as it looks. Maybe it's not too bad. Oh, the SVD. Oh, the SVD. You're a beaut. I do like this gun. I have a funny affinity for this gun. I really do. Bleedski, did I just admit I haven't watched the latest video? Easy 8. How could you? How could you? Nah, it's this one. It's this one. So you bind one key to both 5 and 4, but one on press and one on release, and then you hold the button down on the heavy bleed, and then you let the button go on the light bleed, and then you just press one button and it does either. It does the one that you need, which is good. It's cool. It's quite neat. Oh, I busted this thing though. Went straight through the level 4 helmet. Feels bad for that guy. There we go. We're on this morphine again. I should just be using the morphine straight off the bat. Every time. Every time. By the way, the reason why I'm wearing this particular outfit is because when I'm playing with like real life friends or whatever, like in squads, we all wear the same thing. And this is actually quite obvious. And I know it's not necessarily the most camoed thing, but camo doesn't really matter that much unless you're actually sat in one place, because people are just going to see you anyway. Why am I wearing contacts? I hate contacts. I don't like contacts at all. It's because it's this guy's kit. I see SVD ton. Can't wait for the SVU when it's added. Yeah, I just wish that we could run something that was like not the S version, so you could change the stocks out, because that'd be nice. You know, like the proper wooden old, like it'd be quite neat to have like the old wooden, like, you know, SVD, the proper SVD. I'm going to insure it. Do I insure the hat? No. We'll just insure this. The hat. I'm a slut for bullpups. Do love bullpups. They are good. They're such good, like, middle of the road guns. Like I'm still using the MDR 556 a lot right now. Although I am tempted to move to something. I don't know. The problem is the fire rate. I am tempted to move to like the 101, 102, that kind of thing. Because it still was running 556, and M856A1 is like really nice compared to BT. I'm still preferring it quite a bit. It's kind of like the middle of the road. Why not start running M4s? The problem is they're really expensive to mod. To get an M4 that actually outclasses the MDR, you have to spend quite a bit of money. This is the issue. It's quite hard to make an M4 without Mechanic 4 that is cost effective and isn't like 55 recoil. Like 55 ergo, 55 recoil. Like 50 ergo, 50 recoil, 55 ergo, 55 recoil. Anything in that boundary, basically every single build gets you to that level. Unless you're running the Ultor receiver and the advanced SI tube. Every build gets to that range otherwise. I've spent a long time looking at it just because I've done like some videos before about, you know, cheap modding, and like at level 2 you can't do anything. At level 3 all of the builds just get to like 50 to 54 recoil. And then you really have to spend quite a lot. Banana tree, don't you dare SVD on factory. Why not? Why on earth not? Why on earth not? It's the best way to get Punisher Part 6 done. By far the best way. It is the most efficient way to get Punisher Part 6 done. 15 kills, the SVD on other maps? It's going to take ages. Just smash out stream on... Oh, I keep getting killed by SVD on Factual stream to do stir up. Oh, man. Yeah, it's a bit of a cannon. It's a bit of a cannon. It's not as, like... It's not as easy to kill people with the SVD, though, as it is something like an MP7. I'd be more scared to fight against the P90 and the MP7. I got Punisher 6 done quite quickly on Shore running a thermal last wipe. That's actually probably not a bad shout. It's very expensive though. So if you die a few times, it really sucks. Oh, there's multiple people. Oh no! He really caught me off guard there. Well played. Well played by that man. I think he's just using an AK of some kind, like a basic AK. He did a good job there. What did he kill me with? He's probably killed me with BT, I would guess. BP! Wow, BP just like shredded through the Corund. Holy hell. That shouldn't really happen, to be honest. But maybe that's the issue with the Crund. The low durability, you know? You get shredded real quick. I can't get 5 out of 7, so I use APS. 5/7, so I use the APS. I just use the M9. Honestly, I used the M9 and focused on like using PST and hitting people in the head. I was so lucky into regular raids, got 2 of my kills in single engagements on Woods. Awesome, dude. Yeah, I just did it on Factory, and I used PS in an M9. It actually works quite well. It can't pen, but hatchlings melts like butter. Try the shrimp. The shrimp actually has really good ammo. It's quite underrated. Like, the best ammo for the shrimp is awesome. Hey man, came through YouTube video first time. Did you figure out the fence message today? Everybody thinks it means the redistribution of loot. It means the loot's been redistributed in a weird way. No one quite knows exactly what it means, but all the good loot spots are definitely not as good as they were. Precisely what it means in terms of where the loot's gone kind of remains a bit of a question. I think there's new spots popping up, but I think Nice Guys like putting some updates up. I haven't been on Twitter since streaming, so this is, you know, it only came out a little bit ago, and I haven't actually checked it since then, so not 100% certain exactly what's going on, but it's definitely interesting. You know, the ideas behind dynamic loot and stuff, can't be bad. Definitely can't be bad. Oh, I can't buy the Delta Point. Oh, base. I can't buy the Delta Point base. Oh, no. We'll do the Boris instead, but I don't like the Boris as much. Right. Your Crund was low durability. It was like, yeah, it was like 35 out of 45 or something. It was kind of crappy. Crund has suffered from blunt damage change. It's worst in the amount of damage taken. Yeah, it's not good anymore. It's not very good. And before you take an angle grinder, full auto video. Stash is nerfed. Loose loot. Actually, let me read that once I'm loading in, because I'm kind of running out of time. We have time for one more very quick raid. And that's it. Let's just go kitted, why not? Oh, is that quest completion as well? Oh, that's rubbish. Okay, maybe we don't do that then. We'll go Gazelle. So I've got one of these to hand. So we'll run those. And then another one of these. Let's try and quickly whiz through and do this. Can't buy any more of them. Let's buy one of those. Right. 2 secs. I'm just trying to be efficient here, so we're loading whilst this stuff is going on. Got ammo, got mags, got key, got this, got that, got the other, got that, got that, got that. Okay, that'll do. Right. Right. I was watching a stream on Labs. The card room's basically empty. Yeah, like everyone's saying the card room's pretty much gone. Stash is nerfed. Loose loot increase. Test dynamic loot system is confirmed by Nikito on Reddit. Yeah, so loose loot, just like general loose loot increased. I mean, it's tricky, right? It's like, that means like all over the place. RMR is just a really big reticle, but super clean. Let's have a look. RMR is a lot less fuzzy. It's really solid. Let me see. Let me see. On Twitter, BSG gave a small outlook for patches 12.11, 12.12. They apologise for being quiet. I've been really busy working. The Reddit feed for the breakdown of the status report. Ah, nice. I found an air filter as loose loot in Stronghold. Okay, that's neat. I'll open that link up and I'll read it in a bit. Actually, we can have a look at it now. What are they saying? So, it doesn't mean we're doing nothing. I like that. 12.11.5 intermediate patches with fixes. 12.11.6. Oh, it's the migration to Unity 2019, or the Unity 2019 migration, and DLSS support. Oh man, that's going to be insane. That's going to be insane. 12-12, Lighthouse, Daily Quests, Inertia, there will be a test. VoIP, there will be a test. Next, weapons and malfunctions, new weapons, other stuff. Okay. 12-5, lots of quality of life improvements. Other intermediate patches, hotfixes, visual improvements, partially pushed in ETS. Interesting. 3 modules to anti-cheat. Events, podcasts, and other activities. Next 4 months will be pretty hard and important. Okay. Okay. Good. Good. This is all sounding good, you know? This is all sounding very, very, very good. Looking forward to it. Right. Last one. Last raid. Wah! What? Okay. That's a really sad way to die and finish it off. He was underneath me, and not above. And I was putting in the morphine. Ah. That's sad. That's sad. Oh well. Enjoy the kit. Enjoy the kit. Oh, that just sucks so much for me. I should have put the morphine in at the beginning. Why do I keep forgetting? That's my fault. Do you ever plan on adding more channel point rewards? I was thinking about it ages ago, and I'm like, maybe I'll put something out so that people can like give me some suggestions or something. I don't want to put... The problem is at the moment, I'm more than happy to do that in the future for sure. But right now, sometimes like I need to keep the streams to like the things that I need to have happen, because they constitute quite a large percentage of my gameplay. Sometimes it depends, like not really towards the beginning of the fight, but at the moment definitely, and that makes it tricky, because if I have like too much stuff in there, like pick a gun, pick a map, pick a whatever, like if I need to do something about a thing, it's quite hard for me to get enough stuff for that. If I'm like, I can't basically like feed like the content kind of feeds into itself at the moment, because I don't have enough time to do everything. Hopefully at some point this will change in the future, and I'm making steps to do that, but it's still like we're talking on the scale of like months, not imminently, so we'll see. So that's the reason. But like, if you have any ideas, then absolutely, like maybe like share them in the Discord or something, I don't know, and I'll think about it, because like I definitely could do with some, because what's in there right now is, I mean, it's just the basic stuff, right? Like it's pretty much the default, which is not ideal, to be honest with you. It's not ideal. So yeah, like definitely share it with me. Hey Julian, what does exclamation monitor do? Oh, it's like what monitor I have. 100k axe fight versus Tagilla. 50k Tars. Oh god. If you go full time, have you considered becoming a Sherpa? To be honest, not really. I don't really know why. I guess like I don't know. I feel like I just kind of do my own thing, I suppose. Like, I would never say no. I'd never say no. But I actually run a very old monitor. So it's like a weird, like it's just an old Samsung one. I don't have a very good like monitor setup particularly. It's like a weird res. It's like 2048 by like 1152. It's like a weird like 16:9 widescreen. Not like super widescreen, but like, you know, 16:9 res, and it's like really, really old. It's actually really old. Like I have the display port on my GPU into a VGA adapter, because this came, when I bought it, it was really cheap, because it doesn't even have DVI. It has VGA, so I wouldn't recommend my monitor. I don't think you can even buy it now. So it's pretty old school, but it's what I'm used to. You know what I mean? It's like one of those things. If you've been gaming on the same thing for years, it's tough. It's tough to change or want to move to something else. I think like if I was going to move to something else, I'd move to something with some decent technology, some kind of like G-Syncy, V-Syncy sort of stuff. Maybe G-Sync or something. 15-pin VGA is live. Dude, it works. It works. That's like the monitors in my office. Nah, look, it's good. Yeah. It's just the way of things. It's just how it goes. Right. On that note, my friends, I'm sorry that the last raid sucked so bad, but I am unfortunately going to have to go. And we didn't manage to complete the quest, which is a real shame. And it's partly me just like messing around and doing so badly at the beginning. But you know what? I appreciate all you guys checking out the stream anyway and hanging out with me. And, you know, we always have fun either which way. So it's all good. Task complete. Now I can prepare broken hand and good conscience. Back to watching the stream. Unfortunately, we're finishing up, my friend. Unfortunately, finishing up. I think I'm going to be busy next week as well. So I may not be on next weekend. But hopefully I'll get back to something a bit more regular. Like right now, it's a bit sketch. Like obviously the YouTube stuff is like my main focus, and I'll continue doing that because that's the big priority for me. But you know, hopefully I can get to streaming a bit more at some point in the future, like next couple of months. So watch this space. We'll see. Depends on how things work out. So yeah, hopefully one day. If I finish Stir Up in one raid, you'll buy EOD. Oh, there you go. Into the Gamma Club. All right, friends. Have an absolutely wonderful rest of your weekend. And we're going to go and raid Gino, who is one of the most positive streamers out there. He always spreads good vibes and is a good guy. I love his content. He puts he's a really good player as well, and his vibes are always good, even when he gets killed. So I'll catch you all later and see you soon. Bye.